Pope John head coach P.J. Book brings his Crusaders into the state title game for the first time in school history. Quarterback Dean Vike leads the way, throwing for 1,500 yards and rushing for over 500 more. Jim Clarkson leads Clarkson into their first ever state title appearance as well. Michael Konachek is their leading rusher with over 1,300 yards and 19 touchdowns. It's Pope John and Clarkson in the D1 title game. NET Sports, Nebraska's home for sports, is live from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2007 NSAA Football Championships. Tonight in the Class D1 title game, it's the Pope John Crusaders and the Clarkson Red Devils. Hi, everybody. Alongside Adrian Fiala and Matt Davison, I'm Kevin Kugler. Second chance tonight for the city of Elgin to get themselves a state championship. Earlier today in the D2 title game, it was Chambers knocking off Elgin High School. Now tonight, Elgin represented again as Pope John takes the field looking for a D1 championship, their first trip to the state title game. Also the first trip to the state title game for the Clarkson Red Devils, but not their first trip to Memorial Stadium.
Not at all, Kevin. They were here about a week ago. They came here to imagine, to dream what it would be like to win a state championship. That dream tonight will be keyed by their defense. The defense giving up an average of 10 points a game. In the playoffs, Kevin, 2 of the 3 games they played, they pitched a shutout in each of those games. The defense is led by Eric Roberts and Jonathan Bush, 2 guys who are premier players in D1. And finally, their offense, a big offensive line, paves the way for an offense that rushes for over 300 yards. It'll be a challenge for Pope John to stop that tonight.
Well, and a challenge Pope John hopes for Clarkson to stop their offense, Matt Davison, an offense that's put up some big numbers this year.
Yeah, this offense is dynamic, and it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. And they're led by a senior quarterback, Dean Vike. How about over 2,000 yards of total offense, 27 touchdowns through the air, 14 more on the ground. He's the leader of this offense. But when you look at the emotional leader, who is that? That is Jake Schindler. How about 19 more touchdowns from him? He's going to be the guy that really helps out Dean Vike tonight on this offense. It's going to be an emotionally charged Pope John team, and you're going to see a great effort out of them tonight.
Well, a terrific atmosphere and a terrific matchup between Pope John and Clarkson. And to keep it covered down on the field, here's Larry Putney.
Well, thanks, Kevin. You know, as Adrian said off the top, this is not Clarkson's first time here. It was after a quarterfinal win against Humboldt Table Rock Steiner. They were headed back home and decided to make a stop here at Memorial Stadium. Thought they'd just kind of look through the gates and see what they could see. There must have been some athletes coming in because they suddenly found themselves inside the stadium, walking around on the field, camera phones out, taking a look at the atmosphere. And Coach Jim Clarkson said it provided great motivation in their win over Humphrey St. Francis in getting here today.
Well, what a treat for Clarkson to have that kind of access and ability to come in to Memorial Stadium and tour the place just a couple of weeks ago. Very exciting for them. Let's go to our public address announcer, Doc Weiniger, to introduce you to the players in this D1 title game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association, its member schools, and U.S. Bank, welcome to Memorial Stadium for the Class D1 State Championship game. Tonight's game features the Pope John High School Crusaders versus the Red Devils of Clarkson High School. And now let's meet the players and coaches competing in tonight's game. First, the starters for the visiting team, the Pope John Crusaders. Number 3, Jake Schindler. Number 6, Ryan Little. Number 7, Kevin Selting. Number 8, Curtis Childers. Number 15, Josh Beckman. Number 18, Dean Vike. Number 29, Joey Molnaric. Number 31, Spencer Hying. Number 32, Tyson Lodge. Number 40, Brent Parks. Number 45, Austin Mitchell. Number 50, Travis Eichscheid. Number 51, Nathan Kohoff. Number 52, Kirby Hofer. Number 55, Dylan Heidoff. Number 58, Jay Reichs. Number 63, Nathan Dirks. Number 68, Nick Farmer. Number 80, Jeff Starman. Number 85, McCabe Hofer. Number 87, Austin Kirkman. Number 99, Grady Rammel. Head coach for the Crusaders is P.J. Book. And now welcome the rest of the Pope John Crusaders to the field.
And there are the Pope John Crusaders, 12-0 this year. They lost in the first round of the playoffs a year ago, and they met every Monday in the offseason afterwards to lift as a team. Their focus was to get here to Lincoln. Their slogan was under the radar. They thought they were flying under the radar all year long. Nobody expected to see them in the state finals, but P.J. Book really had a team that drew themselves together, relied on each other a lot, and the leadership of the senior class and others has brought Pope John to this spot in the D1 state title. And now back to Doc Weininger. He'll introduce us to the Clarkson Red Devils.
And now the starters for the home team, the Clarkson Red Devils. Number 5, Tim Prokopets. Number 7, Mark Verbitsky. Chera. Number 11, Corbin Hammernick. Number 13, Austin Padani. Number 15, Brandon Dinslaggy. Number 19, Jacob Harney. Number 22, Michael Konachek. Number 24, Eric Roberts. Number 28, Brendan Owenbray. Number 29, Bo Groldushin. Number 32, Jeff Stocklesa. Number 38, Jonathan Bush. Number 44, Dustin Stadola. Number 47, Joseph Pospischal. Number 51, Stephen Popropsky. Number 54, Joseph Verbitsky. Number 62, Nathan Urbanek. Number 77, Tyler Whittaken. Number 85, Tyson Bodenall. Head coach for the Red Devils is Jim Clarkson. And now welcome the rest of the Clarkson Red Devils to the field.
Clarkson's team motto this year has been desire. That's desire to get to this state championship game and the desire to win the first ever state championship in football for Clarkson High School. They've been doing it offensively and defensively, allowing 6 points or less in 4 of their last 5 games. Great matchup between Clarkson and Pope John, and let's see where they are found in the state of Nebraska. You see in the northeast quadrant of the state, Clarkson and Pope John not too far away from each other, and there's the bracket as to how they got here. Clarkson with the shutout in the in the quarters, and then the 22-20 win in the semis to get here. Pope John over Juanita Palisade and Elwood to make it here to this state championship in Class D. Between these two teams, Clarkson at 10-2, Pope John at 12-0 on the season. The 2007 NSAA football championships are being carried live over the internet, so if you have friends or family who don't have access to NET, have them log on to netnebraska.org and click the live webcast tab to enjoy the football championships right on their computer. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. And a look at the weather for tonight. Breezy, a little more breezy than it was this afternoon. 39 degrees, clear skies, south-southeast winds at 8 miles an hour, humidity at 41%. All in all, not a bad night for a state high school football final. And this D1 championship between Pope John and Clarkson. Your officials, Darren Duncan, the referee, Jeffrey Dunn, the umpire, Dusty Lano, the linesman, Mark Buckhammer, the line judge, Troy Swoboda, the back judge, and Rick Stromer is your timeout official. And let's go downstairs. Larry Putney was hanging out in the locker room before the game, I believe, of Pope John. Is that right, Larry?
Very emotional pregame locker room for Pope John. You know, throughout this season, they've been focusing on the teams that got them where they are today. This is their 14th trip to the state tournament. They have honored the previous 13 teams before each game this year. This is the 13th game of the season, and before the game, every letter winner who could make it here to Lincoln walked through the locker room before the game and slapped the players. It was an extremely emotional moment, and PJ Book has these guys ready to go.
Well, the emotions are running very high for Pope John as they kick it off. Clarkson with that ball dying, scooped up by Jeff Stucklesa, and nowhere for him to go as he's buried just shy of the 10-yard line. Great coverage and a great kick for Pope John. Clarkson will have the football first. And let's take a look at the offense for the Clarkson Red Devils. For Clarkson, it'll be Eric Brebitz, the quarterback, Mark Verbicki and Corbin Hammernick, along with Brandon Dinslagi and Michael Konachek, the backs and receivers. On that offensive line, Nathan Urbanek, Steven Paproksky, and Jonathan Bush on the offensive line. On first down from the 10-yard line, just underway in this D1 state championship. As the quarterback, Eric Brebitz, on the toss play, looking for some running room over the left side, Brandon Dinslagi, and Dinslagi gets a yard out to the 11-yard line. Defensively for the Pope John Crusaders, as we check out their defensive line, Dylan Heidoff, McCabe Hofer, and Jay Reichs along the defensive line. Backs and linebackers, Spencer Hing, Brent Parks, Kevin Selting, Dean Vike, and Ryan Little. And a good look at that front for the Pope John Crusaders on second down and 9 for Clarkson from their 11-yard line. Brebitz on the option keep, and he's going to get a yard, and that's all right into the arms of Dylan Heitoff, who was not at all surprised playing that option. And we talked with Jim Clarkson earlier about his quarterback, his senior Eric Brebitz.
Kid, he's kind of a natural leader, and he's been, we moved him to quarterback during late in the season there, and he's really performed well for us. Like I said, he kind of makes things tick a little bit for us.
Third down and 9. They've moved a lot around. Brebitz began at fullback. He's now at quarterback. Konachek began at running back. He's at fullback. And Dinslaghe's now at quarterback. And a tough pitch on a third down and 9. And a great open field tackle by Spencer Hying. And Clarkson goes 3 and out on their first series.
Well, we've seen a Pope John defense. We heard about them, and now we're seeing them in action, stacking 7 people up there close to the ball and really not letting Clarkson get outside at all. Great tackling on all 3 plays. We know now why they have given up just 131 yards a game and 8 points a game on the year.
And Brebitz will punt it away for Clarkson. So a good start and a great punt by Brebitz, way up there, driving him back all the way to the 20-yard line. Kevin Selting gives it behind him, and some running room down the sidelines, and looking for more running room is Jake Schindler, and Schindler across midfield to the 38-yard line of Clarkson, but a flag down late in the return by Jake Schindler. And our first look at Darren Duncan, the referee, and how many times do you see that call during a return when a flag comes down?
Late in the play, too, after a nice return by Jake Schindler. A little trickery right out of the chute for Pope John. A little reverse off the punt return, and you could see the speed, the agility there from Jake Schindler, really able to get through a lot of traffic and get upfield quickly. Nice run negated by the penalty.
Let's show you the starters tonight for the Pope John Crusaders on offense. 12-0 this season. And your backs and receivers: Dean Vike, McCabe Hofer, Jay Reichs, Jake Schindler, and Spencer Hying. Offensive line: Brent Parks, Kirby Hofer, and Dylan Heidoff. On first down and 10, all the way back at their 28-yard line. The penalty negates the great return. Toss play to Schindler. Cuts it upfield. Breaks one tackle. And Schindler down near the 35-yard line. A good run by Schindler of 7 yards on their first carry of the day. And let's take a look at the defense of the Clarkson Red Devils on that defensive line. Nathan Urbanek, Stephen Paprocki, and Jonathan Bush on the defensive line. Backs and linebackers: Eric Brebitz, Michael Konachek, and Tim Prokopets, along with Corbin Hammernick and Brandon Dinslaghe. And an injured Red Devil down at the 32-yard line.
Kevin, that's Corbin Hammernick. He was up there to support on that last run, and I'm not sure exactly what happened to him, but all I know is he signaled to the bench right away to have somebody come out and help him out as they look to him right now.
Maybe looking at that left knee a little bit.
Hammernick, a senior, 25 tackles, 3 interceptions, 1 sack on the year. That starter at one of the defensive back spots. His backup, Jacob Harney, plays pretty regularly. They rotate a lot in that secondary. Clarkson pretty deep on the defensive side, a little deeper defensively than Pope John is, as they rotate several guys through that defensive backfield and also along that defensive line. On the defensive line, and you don't see this very often at D1, of the 6 guys in there 2 deep, 5 of the 6 have 20 or more tackles on that defensive line.
Yeah, they rotate very well out there, and right now the concern obviously with Hammernick, excellent defender, but also an excellent receiver. 23 receptions and 8 touchdowns on the year, as now he is going to get up and very ginger. Good to see him up, though. Very ginger on the knee, but yeah, hopefully they can get him back on the field. But
you know, neither of these teams obviously have ever played on this surface, and it's always something that's talked about every year when the teams come into Memorial Stadium, but most of the time they've never played on field turf. Could be an issue.
Second down and 3 from the 35-yard line. Trying to bounce to the outside is Selting, and Selting has the first down across the midfield stripe and to the 39-yard line of Clarkson. So Kevin Selting with a very good run there for the first down. And P.J. Book told us a little bit about his senior leader, the quarterback of this Pope John squad, Dean Vike.
As a sensitive 14, 15-year-old kid, didn't take it too well and didn't want to play, and there might have been some emotion there. And when he got told he was going to have to play quarterback, but by the time he was a sophomore, he was fortunate enough to be behind our all-state quarterback and Danny Bohr, and he kind of took him under his wing and explained to him and showed him the leadership and the impact he can have on a game. And so by the time Dean was a junior, you could tell he was ready to play, and he had to sit behind Danny one more year. And basically his career as a quarterback got wrapped up into this 1 year, and he wanted to make the most of it.
Well, he's been the leader of this team in the offseason, stood up in a team meeting and said, "I will lead this team to Lincoln if you'll let me," and they have let him do that along with Jake Schindler, the two guys that have really carried this squad all year long.
But Schindler is quick to the edge, I want to tell you.
2nd and 2 from the 31 after the 8-yard carry by Schindler. Play fake as Vike tries to get to the corner, and Vike using that speed, got a block, and Vike with running room, takes it down to the right side, and Dean Vike is going to go all the way for the touchdown. What a run by the senior Dean Vike, and Pope John strikes first.
Kevin, you talked about a block. He got a block. That block came from Jay Reichs. He came back from the route. He's a tight end on the play. He came back from the route. Watch him here. Number 58 on the right of your screen. There he is right at the below right there. Now watch this. 1, 2. He got both of them. Great job. Great job. Jay Reichs, senior, 6'4", 200 pounds.
And then the speed of Dean Vike finished off the play as Jay Reichs comes on to try the extra point. Didn't see one kick in our D2 championship earlier today, but Reichs bangs it home. And with 8:35 remaining in this first quarter, Pope John with the first score of the night, a 7-0 lead over Clarkson as we watch Dean Vike's terrific touchdown run again.
There was a run that looked like it was just going to end up with a 5-yard gain right there at the sideline. Cuts it all the way back across the field. This was a pass play that turned into a quarterback scramble. I think he ran about 70 yards to get that touchdown. You can see what having a mobile quarterback is worth, and you can see the excitement there as they take the lead here early in the game.
And Dean Vike and crew with the early lead. A long way to go in this one, though, between two very good football teams. We'll get all the inside information on the Huskers after the Colorado game on Big Red Wrap-Up Tuesday, November 27th, live at 7 p.m. Central Time. It's a complete review of the game with highlights, analysis, discussion, and also the latest recruiting news with Huskers Illustrated Sean Callahan. Join Adrian Fiala and me for the next Big Red Wrap-Up Tuesday, November 27th, right here on NET, Nebraska's home for sports.
You know, it's just what college coaches are looking at these days. You ask a college coach what he wants in a quarterback, he's going to tell you a guy that can throw it and a guy that can run it both. And that's more and more you're seeing people go to that. And we've seen it this year at Nebraska here, how running and throwing quarterbacks really can hurt you. And that's what Dean Vike brings to the table for Pope John.
7-0 Pope John with the lead. The kickoff back to the 1-yard line. And on the move trying to return it is Jeff Stucklesa. And Stucklesa over the 20-yard line to the 21. And that's where Clarkson's going to start with their second possession of the day. 3 and out on their first possession of the day. And we'll see what the Red Devils are able to pull off here with their second trip out on offense.
Just what Pope John was looking for to start this game. They get a 3 and out. A nice punt return that was negated by a penalty. They overcome that penalty, go right down and take the lead 7-0.
From the 20-yard line, first down and 10. Eric Brebitz, the senior quarterback, on the toss play. Dinslagi breaks one tackle and is out to the 24-yard line. Let's check in downstairs with an injury report. Here's Larry Putney.
Thanks, Kevin. That left ankle of Corbin Hammernick was very heavily taped prior to the injury. They just finished getting it off, and they're looking at the lower ankle, so it looks like a sprain. He's going to get up and see if he can put a little bit of pressure on it. Looks like they're going to tape him back up and try to get him in there.
Well, you want to play. If you can at all move in the state championship, you want to be out there. You know Hammernick, a senior, is going to try to get out there as soon as he can. Second down and 6. And right up the middle for 2 yards goes Michael Konachek. And it'll be 3rd down and 4 at the 26-yard line. Parks on the tackle for Pope John.
This Pope John defense really quick to the football, and they've got the gate up on both sides, on both edges. They're plugging 7 people up front. Just watch the alignment right here with a single safety and back, and really just stopping everything that's coming their way as far as run goes.
3rd down and 4. Brebitz on the option keep. He's got the first down out to the 32-yard line. Tackle by Kevin Selting, but not before Eric Brebitz took it across that first down marker. 7-yard pickup and a first down for Clarkson.
And Selting made that play right on the edge, or it could have gone big, Aiden. You talk about 7 guys in the box. Yes, that means only 1 man left in the back, and that's Dean Vike. He would have been the only line of defense left if Selting hadn't made that tackle.
Well, if you get caught in a situation like that, here we go.
First down and 10 from the 33, and not much running room there for the fullback because right in the middle was Jay Reichs.
That's the danger of running a stack on your defense. If you get caught on the edge like that, you just don't have much, if any, help back there. And that happened that last time as Clarkson just picks up a short yard there. Second and long here.
Second down and 10. Pope John with the early lead, 7-0 here in the first quarter of this NSAA D1 state championship game. As Eric Brebitz brings his team out on 2nd and 10. Sets to throw. Brebitz now going to tuck and run. Has some running room and a first down into Pope John territory inside the 30. And Brebitz down to the 29-yard line. Terrific run by Brebitz as he takes it 18 yards for the first.
You know, early in the year, Brebitz was a fullback. We'll see it again here. He sees everything quickly. He reads the field very quickly, sees it all closed up. So let's go. Let's get on down the field, and he does, and makes good yardage. Earlier in the year, he was a fullback. Mike Konachek was a tailback. He now plays fullback. And Dinslage was a quarterback, and he is now a tailback.
First down and 10 at the 29-yard line. Flags are down, and this play will be stopped before it starts as Brebitz and Clarkson will back up 5. First and 15 now as the ball moved back to the 34-yard line.
Interesting what Pope John is doing with their defensive line. They're lining up Hofer right over the center, and he's pretty much diving right at his knees on every single play. At least the last 3 plays he has done that. Let's see if he continues to do that. It really just takes the center out of the play, and he's just trying to clog everything up in the middle and cause a little bit of a pile.
First and 15 from the 34. 7-0 Pope John leading. Dinslage trying to find running room, not much there. Spencer Hying wouldn't let him get free. A yard gain, and that's all down to the 33-yard line. 2nd and 14 now for Clarkson.
This Pope John defense can contain the play, as we've seen here for the most part here in the first quarter. They'll make that stop just like that. It's only when they get to that edge that we saw earlier that they have a bit of a problem.
2nd down and 14 from the 33. And fumble on the play. Ball is loose, and Pope John thinks they have it. Ball popped right out of the gut of the fullback, and they do. Recovered down there by Ryan Little for Pope John, and Clarkson coughs it up.
Once again, you saw Hofer take out the knees of the center. See him go diving into the middle of the line there, clogs it up a bit. Reichs makes a hit, and the ball was laying on the turf.
It looked to me like Konachek thought that ball was going to be pulled back out by his quarterback. He just kind of dropped it.
Thing is, you know, you can't anticipate that way. You've got to run the play, and just if it's there, you take it and go. And if not, you just have to think he's going to go ahead and go with it. But a big mistake right there by Clarkson. Advantage Pope John.
1st and 10, toss play, Schindler. His quarterback out in front blocking, and Schindler driven back after a pickup of 3 out to the 36-yard line. Driven back in there by a host of Clarkson players. Jonathan Bush leading the way.
You have to be a tough quarterback to be able to throw a pitch and then run out there as the lead blocker. Dean Vike has done that already 3 times in this game.
He's done that really well so far. Just about every toss sweep, Matt, that he's been involved in, there's a good block by number 18.
Vike into the gun here on 2nd down, and a short 8. Throw, completion, and it's Kevin Selting with a first down into Clarkson territory at the 35-yard line. We've seen a lot of running, but this team can throw. Vike nearly 1,500 yards, now over 1,500 yards passing on the year.
And what's most impressive about this passing game is the timing routes. You see this here. It's just a stop hitch route at 9 yards. The ball is on time, and Selting runs a good route. You don't see that a lot in high school football where it's a timing route. And that's what this offense does very well. You have to have an experienced quarterback and a smart quarterback to be able to do that.
Back in the shotgun on 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Vike's going to keep. And Vike down to the 31-yard line. 4-yard pickup on the play for Dean Vike. And right around the ankles, tripped up by Michael Konachek, who got him as he went by.
Well, one thing about football at the D2 and the D1 level is you're going to see a tendency for more running, obviously. We see that all the time. But this Pope John team has a lot of balance in their offense. They've rushed on average for 228 yards this year and passed for 159.
2nd and 6 from the 31. Toss play, Selting. Selting, just a couple, pursued well and caught from behind by Nathan Urbanek. And we had a chance earlier to sit down with Jim Clarkson. We asked him, what are you most worried about with Pope John?
Their athleticism. They're very quick, athletic kids. They really fly to the ball. Defensively, they really rally. They're good tacklers. Offensively, Coach Book has them spread out at times, and he gets his athletes open out in space and has them do their thing. So we got to make sure we keep in front of them and make good tackles.
On a well-thrown ball on 3rd and 4 to Jake Schindler for the first down. Got just what he needed, about 1.5 yards more, and it's a first down for Pope John.
Another one of those timing routes. When you have the speed that Schindler has, you have to respect that out on the edge as a cornerback. When he runs a short hitch and Vike throws a strike out there, that's going to be tough to stop.
It's an impressive offensive attack for Pope John as they have another 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Draw play Schindler. Schindler with a hole across the 20 and down near the 15-yard line. 8-yard run for Jake Schindler on first down, and they're getting big chunks of yardage almost any way they get it, any way they want it right now.
That young man right there, Jake Schindler, see him again. Watch him, how hard and how quick he hits up there into the hole. I mean, just wide open. Great work by the right side of that line over there, Hyde off in the Hofer. And then he just cracked it up in there very, very quickly. He leads his team coming in here with 756 yards on the year.
2nd down and 3. And a give right up the gut and nothing doing. Hying thought he had a little bit of a crease, but then he looks up and sees Michael Konachek, big number 22, in that hole.
Boom, baby. Right up the middle. Look at that form tackle. Good pad level, lift and drive all the way to the ground.
That's the kind that stays on the highlight reel for a while, and you show it, on team film, Matt, and everybody oohs and ahs. Great work.
3rd down and 2. As they line him up in the eye, the toss play to the short side. Schindler has the first down and more inside the 10, and Schindler down near the 8-yard line. 7-yard pickup on 3rd and 2, and another Pope John first down.
Boy, he is dynamite quick, no doubt about it. You better get out there and get yourself in a football position and ready to go when he has a hand or his hands on the football. Spencer Hying, a good kick out block to lead it, and then Schindler just takes over from there.
He's wiry.
He is that.
He gets yards after contact even though he's 160 pounds. Really impressive so far early in this game.
1st and goal from the 8. And another new formation for Pope John as Vike keeps trying to find a little bit of running room. Not much there. Well defended. The tackle made by Eric Brebitz after a pickup of just about 1 yard.
Split backs that time. The new formation you talked about, Kevin. Split backs back there, shotgun. And it was a play. It looked like a play Clarkson had seen before a time or two. They were able to defend very well and shut it down very quickly.
2nd and goal from the 7. 1 minute remaining first quarter. Pope John threatening with a 7-0 lead. Toss play again to Schindler. Schindler driving towards the goal line, and he'll be stacked up 2 yards shy. A host of Red Devils in there. Jonathan Bush, one of the first to get to him.
Little toss sweep. You'll see the quarterback Vike get out there in front again. Little block and little head snap there.
Konachek, the guy delivering that one.
Konachek, yeah, hit him pretty good.
2nd good tackle by Konachek on this series.
See the size that Clarkson has up front. They're going to try to wear out Pope John as the night progresses.
3rd down and goal from the 2. And a little bit of a misdirection play and nothing doing. I mean, not fooled at all, Jeff Stucklesa, as Ryan Little came around, took the handoff, sweep on the right side, and Stucklesa would have none of it.
Yeah, they were trying to run a little counter action, and Stucklesa very alert on the play. A little counter from left to right. And that's the side over there where Jonathan Bush also makes his home.
And we have reached the end of the first quarter in the D1 State Championship game. A 4th down for Pope John will start the 2nd. But after 1, Pope John 7, Clarkson nothing.
The headaches were changing my daily routine.
Migraines caused Karen to see a neurologist who recommended a prescription.
I didn't want the drugs, and that's when she said to start walking. And so I started walking, and I haven't had a headache since. I'm a lot healthier than I was, and I can accomplish a lot more because I feel better. I just let Blue Cross Blue Shield know that I was living proof that walking does work.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
The blues are good for you.
NET Sports coverage of the 2007 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us, together with your local public power utility. By the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, the Blues are good for you. By the Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services. And by U.S. Bank, wherever you go, you'll find us. As we approach the start of the second quarter here in the Class D1 State High School Football Championship, alongside Adrian Fiala, Matt Davison, and Larry Putney, I'm Kevin Kugler. A 23-yard field goal attempt will start this second quarter for Pope John. Jay Reichs will do the honors, and Reichs 2 for 3 on the year, make it 3 for 4 as he bangs home the 23-yard try. And Pope John has a 10-0 lead. The kicking game becoming evident for this Pope John squad, as Reichs has done a good job banging home the extra point and the field goal. And now let's flash back to the D1 championship in 2006. Great to have you with us tonight for the D1 state championship game between Bancroft Rosalie and Overton. McCarter unmolested into the end zone. And going for it all towards the end zone, the touchdown. Farewell wants to throw, pump fake over the middle, and it's intercepted by McCarter. And McCarter with a lot of green in front and great speed. On fourth down, McCarter on the roll, under pressure. McCarter in trouble, winging it down towards the end zone all alone. Little toss now, Hodgson with running room. Hodgson gonna go down the sidelines, and Joel Hodgson will take it to the house. The D1 state championship belongs to the Overton Eagles. Last year Overton, tonight either Pope John or Clarkson will unseat officially Overton as the reigning D1 state champions. So far, Pope John with the early lead, a 10-0 advantage, and the kickoff goes out of bounds. And good field position coming here for the Clarkson Red Devils, who could use a little bit of a break tonight, already down 10-0. An offense that has struggled to get things going at times, and a defense that has had a hard time coping with a very effective Pope John offense so far.
Well, again, good balance, as we talked about earlier, this Pope John offense, and they capitalize with their defense's help, that fumble, that turnover they got, and come back, Matt, and score points, and that's the ideal situation. Anytime you can come on the field after that defense gets you the football, put points up, that really sparks up your ball club.
Pope John is an emotional team, and they came out ready to go. Clarkson just got hit in the mouth a little bit early on here. See if they can calm down this offense and move the ball down the field a little bit. The kicking game, very important. That's a big advantage for a team to be able to kick a field goal in that situation. Most teams probably have to go for it on fourth down from the 6-yard line.
Ball kicked out of bounds on the kickoff, so Clarkson will get the chance to start from their 25-yard line, trailing 10-0 here, just underway in this second quarter. Eric Brebitz in crew, ready to go. On first down, the give going up the middle. Ball pops free at the very end of the play, and they're going to rule him down. A break there for Clarkson because the hit from Kevin Selting was very close to jarring that ball free.
At that time, Pope John put 8 people up front. They really didn't have any kind of a safety in back at all. They just stacked up 8 people up in there, said, come on at us, run it, see what you can do.
Watching that replay, that ball looked like it was on its way out.
Close.
2nd and 9 from the 26. And again, the give up the middle, and again, right into the arms of Kevin Selting, the team captain, having a whale of a start to this ball game. He's been involved in nearly every play.
Untouched on that play.
And an injured Crusader, Brent Parks, limping to the Pope John sideline. They're starting middle linebacker with 67 tackles this year. 3rd down and 7 for Clarkson. Trying to find that magic offensive play that'll get something going here. They'll try the toss to Konachek, and Konachek across the 30 to the 32-yard line, 3 yards short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th down and 3 for Clarkson.
And that time the linebackers all stacked behind. See how they're stacked behind each other there, the tackles up front. So the linebackers hiding behind those defensive front people, and then coming up free and making the play. 4th down now.
There was Hofer again, just diving into the legs of the center on every play. That really causes some congestion in the middle, takes the fullback dive out and a lot of times, and really caused that fumble a couple of plays ago.
Punt time as Selting goes back for Pope John. It'll bounce and roll into the end zone for the touchback. So a good decision by Selting to let that one roll. Well, it's time to test your NSAA football knowledge with tonight's trivia question. Be the first person to email us with a correct answer to our question, and you'll receive an NET Sports logo cap and an NET Sports athletic gray t-shirt, size extra large. Here's your question. What former 8-man star holds the all-class record for most points and touchdowns in a season and career, and most consecutive 100-yard rushing games at 22, yet never played in a state championship game? This athlete, by the way, also holds the national record for most career rushing yards in 8-man football. Email your answer to sports@netnebraska.org. I know the answer.
I hope you do.
Yes,
right on the sheet in front of you.
That's right. Hopefully you have that sheet in front of you at home as well. If you don't, you've got to be a little more creative than I am. 1st down from the 15-yard line. Exactly 10 minutes remaining in the 1st half, and a draw play to Schindler. Schindler in trouble, and he'll lose yardage. Big swarming pile to the football led by Eric Brebitz. Also Jeff Stucklesa in there for Clarkson.
Big defensive line of Clarkson getting some penetration into the backfield. Nowhere for Schindler to go on this play. 4 guys there to take him to the ground.
Yeah, normally they've been able to get Schindler out quickly to the edge. Didn't happen that time, principally because, as you said, Kevin, Brebitz was there. This Pope John team, a lot of speed, a lot of offensive weapons, a lot of looks they give to Clarkson.
2nd and 12 back at the 13-yard line. Toss play. Stelting looking to throw it back. He does to Ryan Little. Little breaks a tackle, and Little a lot of work, and he got back to the line of scrimmage. Very well defended again by Clarkson, and Brebitz, one of the guys in there again to break up the whole rhythm of that play.
Dangerous play, Matt.
Sure was. Selting got across the field. It was nearly a forward pass. Or excuse me, a backwards pass, which could have been disaster because there was a defender right there. They were fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage. Good job staying home there by the defense from Clarkson.
They'll line up trips to the right to the bottom of your screen on 3rd down and 12. Rolling that direction is Vike. Looking to throw over the middle. Wide open at the 32-yard line is Jay Reichs, and he takes it to the 33 for the 1st down. 20 yards through the air. And almost a sidearm throw by Dean Vike.
Sure was. He rolled out to the right, waited for the deep square in from number 58, Reichs. He runs a deep square in, and you'll see this, a little bit of a sidearm action as he delivers it. But it was on the money, right between the 5 and the 8, the middle of the field.
Split 3 defenders on the play, too, right there. As 3 people close in on him now. Well done, well executed.
1st down and 10 from the 33. Toss play, looking for running room is Schindler. Got a block from his quarterback, and he's shoved out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Near the 39, close to a 6-yard gain for Jake Schindler. Run out over there by Jeff Stucklesa. Very impressive start for P.J. Book's Pope John Crusaders. Good running game and a rather sophisticated passing attack.
A sophisticated attack, a lot of different looks, a lot of different plays. You know, we watched them in the pregame. They did a lot of different things in pregame preparation to get ready for the ball game tonight. So kind of entertaining to watch all of this happen. It's not your usual 3 yards, and here we go.
2nd and 4, screen pass Celtic, gets to the edge. He has the 1st down into Clarkson territory, down to the 32-yard line. A 9-yard pickup again through the air. They're making it look easy right now.
You have to like this attack from the offense. I mean, we knew it was going to be exciting to watch, but how about a bubble screen? How many times do you see this from a high school team in 8-man especially? How many different formations have we seen? Different ways they've lined up the personnel settings. I mean, give them a lot of credit. PJ Book has this team, you know, a well-oiled machine on offense that shows you so many different things. You never know what's coming if you're on defense.
First down from the Clarkson 32-yard line. Straight eye this time as the toss play goes to Schindler. Flag is down. Schindler trying to bounce it to the outside, and he is finally brought down by Jacob Harney, who got some help from Konachek. A lot of work for Schindler, and it may be for naught because the hold is called against Pope John.
Will indeed be coming back on the play. They talk it over, the referee Darren Duncan. PJ Buck, the coach there. Instructions, the next play.
So it'll go back into Pope John territory in between the 38 and 39-yard line of the Crusaders. And it'll be 1st and 20 for Pope John. 20 yards tonight has not been a daunting task to this point for the Crusaders, but we'll see how they do here on 1st and 20. Single wide to either side of the line as Vike's in the gun. Pump fake left, going to the right side, looking for Reichs down the sideline, juggles, and it's dropped at the 10. Tough play for Reichs, who got a hand on it but could not make the acrobatic grab, and it's 2nd and 20.
Matt, good job by Vike that time. He looked everybody off to the left, even did a pump fake over there to the left-hand side, and then tried to get it down the right side to Reichs, and I think Reichs should have kept going on the route.
Yeah,
you know?
It looked like it was going to get broken up, but
yeah. See, if he keeps going on the route, I think he makes the catch.
Catches it easily. Stucklisha was there to try to knock it down, but he took a bad angle at it. If Reichs would have kept going, like you said, it would have been an easy 6 points.
Instead, it's 2nd and 20. Back into that same formation again with a single wide to the right, a single wide to the left. Vike going to the left side this time, down the sideline, and it's incomplete. Hofer almost pulled it in. Down at the 10 again. PJ Book shaking his head a little bit. They've had 2 shots deep downfield, and both have just nicked off the hands of the receivers.
I think they got to change the gloves.
Sorry, guys, I get a little excited when I see a wide receiver able to maybe lay out and make a grab.
Here it is again, and he'll get that outside hand on it, but coverage is there. Pretty good coverage on the play.
If he'd have just had somebody there to kick it up in the air for him, it would have made it easier to catch. 3rd down and 20 at the 38-yard line. Vike looking to the right. Catch is made by Selting, and he's just out of bounds, a yard shy of the marker at the 23-yard line. They needed 20, and they got 19.
I saw this play developing, and let me tell you how impressive this is. The ball was in the air before Selting came out of his break. That's what I'm talking about with this offense and guys that are able to run these timing routes. You just don't see that at the high school level, and you can tell these guys have done it time and time and time again. That's a tough route to run from Selting, a little flag route to the outside, and for a quarterback to throw it before he's coming out of his break, very impressive at this level.
4th down and a yard, and they're going to go from the 23 of Clarkson. Toss play. Schindler. And he's got the first down. Schindler to the 21-yard line. 1st down, Pope John. How about that? 3rd and 20. And they convert in 2 plays with a first.
And credit Spencer Hying for getting the job done right away on the play. Came out from that fullback spot, led the play up to the inside there, made the good block to seal off the defender, and gave Schindler a chance to cut inside and pick up that 1st down. Spencer Hying, he's a senior this year.
Big advantage on a 3rd and 20 to be able to go to the air, have a quarterback that can deliver, and receivers that can run great routes and catch the ball. Not a lot of teams, you know, feel comfortable in that situation. Pope John does.
And defensive backs in that kind of situation, Matt, just don't have a chance.
Like to throw on 1st down, and right through the hands of Jay Reichs at the 14-yard line. Vike now 5 of 8 tonight, 63 yards. Pretty efficient night for a guy who has thrown for over 1,500 this year.
Another one that should have been completed here. That's a good throw.
Right in the old mitts. It's a throw you have to catch. things here at stake. This championship game, you've got to catch those.
Reichs is a guy who's getting some looks from D2 schools. USD has talked with him. Wayne State, former Husker grad assistant Dan McLaughlin, Millard West coach. They've talked with him as well. 2nd and 10 from the 21-yard line. Vike. Oh, he's tripped up in the backfield. What a terrific ankle tackle by Michael Konachek, who's been all over the field tonight defensively for Clarkson. That might be his best stop of the night.
Boy, he's had a heck of a game. Look at the angle he takes here from the linebacker position, coming flat. Just grabs him right around the ankle. Nice tackle.
3rd down and 11 now for Pope John. This is where they start to get serious. 2 wide this time, go to the right of the line for head coach P.J. Book. Vike in the gun on 3rd and 11. Rolls to the right. Looking downfield, throws, and it's incomplete. It's trying to get it to Ryan Little. Avoids the sack and brings up 4th down from the 22.
Good job by that Clarkson secondary that time. Nobody's going to run the deep square in that time, Matt, and come free. They really covered it very, very well.
Well, it's tough on a secondary when you have a quarterback who can scramble the way Vike does. He buys time for his wide receivers downfield, and you have an athletic quarterback who's running from big defensive linemen, so he's able to get away and scramble and get some time for his wideouts.
4th and 11, they'll go for it in no man's land here. Sets to throw, looking, he's got Selting again, and Selting has the 1st down inside the 5. 4th and 11, and they do it again through the air, and it's 1st and goal, Pope John.
It was the same route we saw before from Selting. It's a post corner route off to the right side. Vike looks off the defender, comes back the other direction. Selting right along the sideline. Nice throw and catch. These guys are impressive through the air, and they started out this game on the ground. I thought we'd see them throw it a little bit more, but they established the running game. Then they come to the passing game when they have to.
1st and goal from the 4. Pope John already leading by 10 and looking for more. Schindler, the carry, cuts it back into the end zone for the touchdown. Jake Schindler puts Pope John up by 16.
Well, he's so quick, as I mentioned earlier in the ball game, and Nathan Koloff and Brett Parks up there in front on that left side, clearing that hole out for Schindler to come up inside. But he really, he accelerated, nobody within a couple of yards of him to go ahead and score that touchdown. And Pope John has control right now, and the balance of their offense really has been the key for them in the game so far.
And Jay Reichs, who has already hit 1 extra point and a field goal tonight, comes on to try this extra point, and the kick by Reichs is good. 5:48 remaining in this first half, and Pope John hasn't done much wrong so far. 17-0 the lead for the Crusaders over the Clarkson Red Devils as we watch Schindler score again.
See the blocking I talked about right there a moment ago, and then Schindler able to just use that lightning quickness that he has to cut back, come inside, and just dive for the goal line.
Boy, 1 quick cut, and once he saw the goal line, like you said, just a lunge towards the goal line there. He dives into the end zone. Good to see Jake Schindler get a touchdown here tonight.
The first couple of plays, Matt, that he ran to the outside, you just had an idea as far as the speed to the edge.
NET Sports presents the story of Nebraska volleyball in Dream Like a Champion, premiering Tuesday, December 4th at 8 p.m. on NET1 and NET HD. See how Terry Pettit's visionary leadership and John Cook's competitive spirit helped to raise Nebraska volleyball to new heights. Follow the Husker team on their run for a national championship, ending with a dream win last December at the NCAA Championships in Omaha. Watch Dream Like a Champion. Mark your calendar for Tuesday, December 4th at 8 p.m. on NET1 and NET HD. You won't want to miss this special tribute to the success of Nebraska volleyball. Dream Like a Champion is a special documentary presentation produced by NET Sports, Nebraska's home for sports.
Now it's time to rally. If you're Clarkson, you need to put a drive together. You have 5:48 to go in the first half. You need to get back in this thing. If there's some plays that you feel really good about, you go to them right now.
Well, a week ago, they were dreaming like a champion. See if they can put that dream into place here.
Into the end zone. The momentum takes Stucklasa, and so Clarkson will start at their 15 with 5:47 left in this first half. And Jim Clarkson, the head coach of the Red Devils, has got to figure out a way to get that offense going. His defense has already given up more points than they gave up in the last month of the season. to everybody other than the overtime game against Humphrey St. Francis a week ago. 6 points or nothing in the 4 games prior to that. From the 15, first down and 10, and not any running room again because Dylan Heidoff was right there to slam the door on Michael Konachek. He'll lose a couple. Back to the 13, it'll be 2nd and 12.
Well, he got really low that time and just jammed it up, did Dylan Heidoff. Leads his team in sacks, but when you're playing the way they are right now, you'd have to worry about sacks. Just get the job done on the run, and they're handling that very well.
2nd down and 12. Brevitz trying to get to the corner, and Brevitz driven out of bounds at the 19-yard line. First man to get to him was Austin Mitchell, and that really slowed up the play. Well, coming up at halftime, and we're 5:14 away from the half here in this D1 state championship game. We'll get the chance to check in on how the football playoffs have unfolded to this point, what got everybody here to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, as we'll talk about the entire run through the playoffs and the first half highlights and stats. That's coming up at halftime. It'll be 3rd and 7 here for Clarkson. A real critical play for this Red Devil offense, because if they don't get the first, Pope John's going to get it back, decent field position, and plenty of time to drive down and do a little more work.
Well, so far Clarkson 1 for 3 on 3rd down conversions, and this will be a long 3rd and 3 here, or 3rd down conversion. Yeah, what the official got popped here earlier on that last play. You see him. I think he got hit with the
there. Oh
ouch.
My!
Oh my goodness!
Everybody in the crowd oohing and awing as it was shown on the screen here, and not an easy job to wear those stripes.
You know, I'm not sure he's going to be around.
I'm not either. That didn't look good at all. He's trying to tough it out.
He is. He's trying to
man, because it's chilly down there, and he's not doing a lot of running.
That knee's going to stiffen up on him
already. 3rd down and 7 from the 18-yard line. Toss play. Good block, trying to get to the outside, but just can't get there. Michael Konachek trying, but Vike was there to hold him short of the first down, about 2 yards shy of the first, and it's 4th and 2 Clarkson.
Big decision here. You want to go for it, obviously, because you want to keep this drive alive, but wow, if you don't make it here, you're giving the ball to Pope John with a really short field, and you like their chances to go in and score the way their offense has been moving the ball.
Well, I tell you, with 4 minutes left here in the half, I'd be surprised if they did.
Yeah, they're going to punt it.
They're going to go ahead and punt it.
That's got to be the right call here. Just get the ball downfield as much as you can. Rabbits on to punt it away. He's had a good night so far and a good year, averaging 36 yards a punt, and they were going to fake that punt. And the play was whistled dead as it was a delay of game against Clarkson, and it was going to be a fake as they snapped it to the up back.
And they were going to run the ball to the short side of the field, and wow, what a gamble that was to be. And now we will see a foreshore kick.
Wow.
Unless they have 2 fake punts in, this could be a
oh my,
a pass fake.
Rabbits fumbles it, gets it back, and uncorks a good one. A line drive, takes a good Clarkson roll inside the 15 and down to the 13-yard line. 1st down and 10. Well, if you'd like a DVD of this game or any of the NSAA football or volleyball championship games, log on to netnebraska.org and click on Shop NET or call 1-800-868-1868 to order your DVD copy. It's a memory that will last for years to come. NET is Nebraska's home for sports.
Well, we saw a little bit of an intended gamble there, fellas, and I don't know, that would have, the way it looked is that Pope John was ready and making that move to the right side. I don't know, that running to the short side, that's trouble right there.
Empty backfield with 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen on 1st and 10 from the 13, and there's flags that fly. Selting looked like he might be getting ready to throw that ball, as we saw a little potential trickery there. So perhaps a trick play has been shown by either team that hasn't actually gotten to be run.
Coach P.J. Book saying, what happened there, guys? What's the penalty?
A little bit of an illegal motion call. So it's 1st and 15 back at the Crusader 8.
Coach Book, there he is, 4 years at Pope John, and then the previously assistant coach at Lincoln Pius X right here in Lincoln, Jim Elward. Coach Elward doing a great job at Pius.
Little rough season this year,
Yeah, it
but
was tough.
normally he's done a good job.
He's done a really good job.
Schindler trying to cut it upfield, and he'll get a yard, and that's all because Tyler Whittakin from behind able to pull him down. And it's 2nd and 14 with 4 minutes to play in this first half.
That toss sweep has really been the bread and butter today, Aid.
Yeah, they ran him down from behind that time because he just had to slow down a little bit, Matt, to make that cut and back end pursuit, able to get the job done.
2nd and 14 from the 9. Trips to the short side of the field. They set it up for Selting. He's going to throw down the near sideline. Reichs, and that pass is almost intercepted. In and out of the hands of Tim Prokopets. He nearly had a huge pick for Clarkson.
Prokopets, he's going to want that one back for sure. Went right through his hands. 3 defenders. This is one Selting probably should have just ate it. But he throws up a jump ball, hoping Reichs can go up and make a play. Should have been a pick.
Should have been a pick, and on a ball that, well, it was less than sterling in terms of the throw. He was trying to get rid of it as quickly as he could, and the ball kind of flopping around out there, but should indeed have been a pick, and probably a pretty good run back if he gets it.
3rd down and 14. Vike rolling back into the end zone. Vike sets it up, throws, and it's caught along the sideline. What a throw to get it to Hying. He's short of the first down, but a good arm by Vike all the way across the field, right on the money.
I love this offense, guys. I mean, he rolls out to the right, scrambles back to the left, and all this was drawn up. You can see him drop, go back to the left side of the field, and look back to the right. They stayed home on defense, but I'll tell you what, I just like the imagination this offense has.
But a big stop by Clarkson to get that ball back. As Reichs comes on to punt it away. A good punt by Reichs. It'll drive Stuckless back to the 25-yard line, and he takes it to the 30, where it's 1st down for Clarkson. Still 2:40 to play in the half. Clarkson with all 3 timeouts, and boy, a big momentum boost for Jim Clarkson and crew if Clarkson can move it down and score. Well, we are just getting started in the high school football championships here at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. We crowned one champ earlier today in Chambers. We'll do another tonight, but the rest of the week looks like this. Blue Hill and Wakefield in C2 tomorrow morning at 10:30. Then 7 o'clock Central Millard North and Omaha Central in Class A. Bishop Newman and Pierce in C1 Saturday morning, and McCook and Crete on Saturday night. 1st and 10. Brevitz to throw. He's got a man open, and it's incomplete. Intended downfield for number 28. That's Brendan Owenbring. And it's 2nd and 10.
They were trying to do just exactly what you said, Kevin. Make something happen here with just a little over about 2.5 minutes left here in the ball game, and trying to get Owenbring on. It's a deep crossing route. He actually broke free, but unfortunately the ball about 2 paces too far.
2nd and 10 from the 30. Brevitz will keep, and Brevitz will go nowhere. Right in the middle of the action again is Spencer Hying. Brevitz gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
This Pope John team, they run to the ball well. They're not the biggest up front. They have athletes, and they run around the football field pretty well.
Just exactly what Jim Clarkson was concerned about, Matt, in pregame. He said, man, they flow to the ball. They get to the ball very, very fast. We saw 6 of the 8 players on Pope John's team on the ball there. Great work.
3rd down and 10 from the 30. Brevitz under pressure. Brevitz throws it deep, and it is caught down at the 25-yard line. Brevitz had 2 guys on him, and Dinslagi got open, and a perfect throw by Brevitz for the biggest play of the night for Clarkson.
And that could be just what they were looking for. Brevitz has a guy hanging on his leg, and he threw just a rocket about 35 yards down the field. This takes incredible strength right there to get it downfield, and he gives Dinslagi a chance to go make a play, and he does.
The former fullback, now quarterback, really makes a play. He's trying to make another play right here.
On 1st down, Brevitz fumbles the football, still loose on the turf, and it rolls to the sideline where it's covered by Clarkson. Dinslage got on top of that. That ball looked like it was going to go out of bounds, and then it stopped right on the sideline, and they lose 2.
See it again here as Brevitt's going to get down the line of scrimmage. Maybe he needs somebody hanging all over him to make the play, but he's able to at least get that ball, shove it back, and then the ball does indeed trickle back out of bounds. So a busted play, a dead play right there.
A play that looked like it had a little promise.
It did. Second and long, second and 11 here.
Fumbled snap. Brevitt tosses to Dinslage. And 2 busted plays have really taken the momentum out of that promising play a couple of plays ago.
Exactly the case, Kevin. You know, they get downfield in good shape after that almost impossible pass play, and then just not able to execute the last two plays they've run and really break their momentum and really put themselves in a big hole right here.
Jim Clarkson is going to use his timeout to talk things over with his offensive unit on 3rd and 12. Well, NET has been delivering exciting sports action into your living room for many years. Now you can join the Sports Partners Club to ensure that your favorite sports programs continue. To learn how to become a charter member of the Sports Partners Club, log on to netnebraska.org/sports. You can receive a charter member gift certificate, a duffel bag, and a poster of the famous Matt Davison catch. Help us deliver inspiring sports action by supporting the NET Sports Partners Club. Log on to netnebraska.org/sports and become a member today. Now, that's called the catch, but it really ought to be the throw by Scott Frost. I mean, that's really what made that play. Without Frost, you know, you're catching nothing.
He threw it to the wrong guy.
Or the Chevin Wiggins kick. How about that one?
I just had to go get it. If he'd have thrown it to me right away, we wouldn't have had to gone through all that.
Well, pass, kick, and catch, right? New competition.
Big play here for Clarkson.
3rd down and 12 at the Pope John 27. Brevitt under pressure, and down he goes again. Back at the 36-yard line, Jay Reichs with his 8th sack of the season, and none bigger than that one.
6'4", 200 pounds, and man, can he move. Jay Reichs fooled not at all on this play. Watch this. See, untouched, and you give that guy that kind of room, he's going to make that kind of play.
Brevitt just didn't have a chance. You know, he gets outside of the tackle area, and the speed of Reichs, I think, is the most impressive part of that play.
You can see why colleges are interested in Jay Reichs after that sort of play, and plus the fact that his reception side of on the reception side of things, coming into the ball game, he had 34 receptions on the year, 13 of those going for touchdowns. That's a nice ratio right there.
And
fellas.
guys, talk about the change in momentum. Here you have Clarkson all fired up. They complete that 3rd down and long pass. They run downfield, and Pope John just slams the door. They lose 11 yards in 3 plays. Just saps the momentum out of that team.
Yeah, it really does. It's, you know, you kill plays, you bust plays, and that's what happens. And right now, Matt, odds are that this ball is, even with 39 seconds left here, we'll see what happens here. Let's go.
Pope John, you know, they might have slammed the door, but Clarkson did it to themselves the first couple of plays there by fumbling and dropping the ball on the turf.
4th and 21. Brevitt to throw. Has all day to throw. Now pressure comes, and Brevitt goes down at the 35-yard line. It's about the last thing they wanted to see there was a sack that maintains field position, because now with 32 seconds left in this passing attack of Pope John, they're not too far away from scoring range.
And they did it with a 2-man rush. They dropped 6 in coverage that time. That's what caused him to just step up and try and go. But 2 men covering, and then one of those fellas got the tackle. So, wow, what a play by that defense for Pope John. And guys, they got time here. They got some time. And the way they're running, with the quickness they have, and the balance and the different offensive plays we've seen, they've got a chance here with 32 seconds left.
You might see him take a shot or two. I don't think they're going to do anything too crazy. 17-point lead.
From the 34, 1st down and 10. Vike tries the shovel pass. That's knocked away, and it's an incomplete pass. Everybody chased it, but it's an incomplete pass, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, one of the things that has happened here in this first half, when they go into that last formation, 2 wides. See 2 wides here, and a good job to bat that pass away right there. They go into that formation. Clarkson leaves a wide open hole right up the middle, and I'm just waiting for the quarterback to take that hole and go.
That was another new formation, and a play you don't see a lot in high school football, a little shovel pass. I mean, these guys have to practice a lot to learn all these formations, all these plays. and they've run them all pretty well. Obviously, they're in the state final, so they've run them well all season.
They just got that play off. It's batted away. Problems for Vike, and down he goes. They were hurrying to get the ball snapped, and it snapped right into the motion man, and it becomes 3rd down and long. The play clock was down to 1.
Well, just as I'm giving them props for being pretty efficient and doing things the right way, they biff one there in the backfield.
Selting, a ball hit Selting on his motion to the right.
And that is going to be the end of the first half. Pope John's not going to take any more chances. A batted down shovel pass and a missed snap out of the shotgun, and they'll be content with a 17-point lead at halftime here of this D1 State High School Football Championship. It's been a frustrating night for Clarkson. So far, they've had a couple of big plays, but not a lot to show for this first half. Only 66 yards total offense for Clarkson, 41 on the ground, 25 through the air. And they've allowed 172 yards already to Pope John in this first half. So not much on the board so far for the Clarkson Red Devils. And meanwhile, for P.J. Book and his Pope John Crusaders, he's got to be walking off to the locker room feeling pretty confident right now. His team has played well, guys. They have taken advantage of some mistakes. They've taken advantage of some big plays, and they've got a very comfortable lead going into halftime.
Showed a lot of imagination, a lot of variation in their offense, showing good balance in what they did, and also that speed we talked about. About everybody on their ball club, guys, can really run and run well. So, and I'm very impressed with what Jake Schindler has done here in this first half. And they lead it 17-0. Clarkson has to regroup. You know, they've got a good defense, no question about it. But man, this Pope John offense has really been too quick for them.
And let's go downstairs. Larry Putney standing by with Clarkson head coach Jim Clarkson.
Well, Coach, what do you tell the team at halftime?
Oh, we got to get back in this game. Right now, they're kind of taking it to us, and right now we need to kind of dig deep, and hopefully we can make some stops and get some things going.
You had a quick conversation with the coaches. Anything you can do differently in the second half?
Well, we're just kind of figuring out how they're lined up here, and hopefully we can stop some of that passing game. We keep getting them 3rd and long, they keep converting, so we just need to make some plays.
All right, thanks, Jim.
Thanks.
A 17-0 lead for Pope John here in the D1 State High School Football Championships. We're at halftime at Memorial Stadium, and we'll have more as we approach the start of the second half in the D1 State High School Football Championships. A 17-0 lead for Pope John over Clarkson. Alongside Adrian Fiala, Matt Davison, Larry Putney, I'm Kevin Kugler. Great to have you with us tonight for this D1 State High School Football Championship. It's a cool night, but I know, Aid, that we have spent many a cooler night in these State High School Football Championships. It's not too bad. Temperatures hovering right around 38 degrees.
Oh, we've had a few nights here, Kevin, where the overcoats are on, the scarves are on, the gloves are on, and so actually this whole fall has been a wonderful fall for football and all other things outdoors. As you get a look at some of the Pope John fans there, and they're all excited about what's happening with their ball club as they are ahead 17-0 here as we're about ready to get this second half underway. P.J. Book, head coach at Pope John last 4 years, really takes a different approach to the game, and I kind of like that approach. He's a very young guy, as you saw a couple, 3 times we had him on camera here in the first half. A young guy with some innovative ideas, and you know, one thing they did, Matt, we looked at him at the Pope John team. They had a big circle down there before the game. They're all sitting down on the ground, and then they just laid back down while the coach kind of walked in amongst them and just talking to them, and they're sort of visualizing and imagining and that kind of thing. Just a lot of neat things that P.J. Book has done here with this ball club. Love to see that kind of stuff.
Well, he was very impressive in his interview before the game started, I thought. And you know, you could tell he's trying to turn these guys into young men. And even though football, yes, it's important, but he's teaching them many lessons in life. And it was just very impressive to listen to him talk and how his team approaches the game. And I think the kind of the calmness he brings to them and the way they approach things, that's how they're able to go out and perform the way they do, and they've obviously done a great job all year. They haven't dropped a game yet.
We just saw Dean Vike there warming up, and he's a good example of what we're talking about. He first came on board as a freshman. P.J. Book needed a quarterback out of the freshman class. Nobody wanted to do the job. Well, he selected Vike as that man, and took a couple of years for him to really kind of grow into it and like it, and now here he is playing for a state championship. And as Kevin said earlier, he's a guy that stood up last year after the playoffs. They lost in that first game. He said, guys, I'll be the quarterback who takes us to Lincoln. And so again, P.J. Book using that sort of psychological motivation that he does, and using it so well. And want to thank Riley Jane Hamilton from the Lincoln Journal-Star for that report. She's the one who picked up on that. And Riley, thank you. And I know you're down the hall, so see you a little bit later.
It's nice of you to give credit where credit is due.
Well, she deserves it. She deserves it.
Well, Larry Putney is downstairs, as he's been all day long, waiting and working the sidelines. And let's go downstairs. Larry's standing by with the head coach of Pope John, P.J. Book.
Well, Coach, you must be thrilled with what your guys did in that first half.
I wish I could say I was. I'm glad we're up, and I'm happy that we're up, but we play football a certain way, and we didn't play it to end the half there, and that's disappointing when it's the last game of the year for us. But we are up, and they did earn that, but there's still life in the red team over there, and we need to answer to that in the second half.
Specifically, the last drive you were not happy with, or other things?
The end of the half, we weren't executing the way we should, and the Devils were playing the game hard and playing it right the way they should, and we weren't, and we need to answer for that in the second half.
All right, thanks, Coach.
No problem.
The 2007 NSAA football championships are being carried live over the internet, so if you have friends or family who don't have access to NET, have them log on to netnebraska.org and click the live webcast tab to enjoy the football championships right on their computer. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. And that's a coach right there, P.J. Book, who has a team up 17-0. They've done very little wrong in that first half, yet the last two plays of the half he's not happy with, and that's kind of soured his entire perspective on that first half.
But believe me, he'll take that 17-0 score right now. No question about that. You know, their defense, the Pope John defense, guys, you know, we talked about Clarkson and their ability on defense. Well, Pope John, no slouch through the regular season. They had 3 shutouts during the regular season and also 4 one-score games. So 7 games, very little scoring out of the 12 they played this year. So Clarkson about ready to tee it up and go. Here's Kevin.
Thank you, Aid.
You bet.
Schindler and Selting back deep for Pope John, as Clarkson will kick off. Boy, huge defensive series coming up here for Clarkson. I mean, you cannot underestimate what it would mean to them to get that stop here. Get the ball back in decent field position, down 17-0. You give up a big drive to Pope John here, they march it down and score, and you're really in big trouble.
But here's some warbling in the background if that happens.
Maybe they'll try an onside here. Start the half. Just try to get it back.
That would surprise everybody in the building. They do not. Instead, they bang it through the end zone. Now that's a kickoff. Through the end zone. Through the 11-man end zone for the touchback. It's a good leg.
Just taking a look at the kickoff man, Steve Proproski. He had some sort of apparatus on his foot to kick off with.
He had it taped. He had his toe taped.
Well, he stopped and then he took it off, whatever it was. And yeah, it could have been tape, could have been something. I'm not sure what it was. Well, maybe Larry can check that out for us.
Well, he put all 260 pounds behind that kick. He banged that one home. So to the 15-yard line, Pope John will start, first down and 10. As we begin the third quarter of play, Pope John with a 17-0 lead in this D1 championship. And a toss play on first down to Schindler. Cuts it back. Schindler with a good second effort. Picked up 4 yards to the 19-yard line. It'll be second down and 6. Tackle down there made by Eric Brebitz.
You know, Schindler is 5'9", and that may be a bit of a push down there. But be that as it may, he's really tough at times to see. And that's what makes those little backs, you know, even at the collegiate level, guys, where some of the players are obviously much bigger up front. It's easy for those little backs to hide behind people and then cut. Schindler does a lot of that.
Second down and 6. And the give goes to Selting. Selting trying the left side and nothing there. Steve Popropski right there to get in the way and throw him down after a gain of just 1.
We talked about how this defensive stand was going to be very important to this second half. It's really going to set the tone, and I think Clarkson's come out and shown that. Good pursuit to the football. Pope John trying to use that speed to get to the corner, and both plays in this half anyway, Clarkson's done a good job of chasing the football down.
Third down and 4 from the 21. Vike. Double coverage and still able to get that ball in there right at the stick to Jake Schindler. That's threading the eye of the needle right there by Vike to put that one in the breadbasket of Jake Schindler.
Watch Dinslage here, 15 in the red jersey there. Good job there to meet the receiver, and wow, That's a good throw and a good catch, obviously. You know, that's a risky play, but man, they got it done.
Kind of the story of the night for Clarkson. They're right there and just didn't make the play defensively.
First down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Toss play. Schindler has to cut it back. Steps through a tackle. Schindler with a good run to the outside, and he picks up 8 yards as he ducks out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
Boy, I love that
yard
burst.
and a half for the first.
Love the burst.
Watch Kirby Holfer here, 52. Tackler going to be hanging on, and Holfer just kind of gives him a little nudge, pushes him right off Schindler. Schindler gets upfield.
Second down and a pair from the 33-yard line. 17-0 Pope John with the football and the lead. Out of the shotgun this time. And a keeper by Vike. Trying to find some running room, and he stopped a yard short at the 34. 3rd and 1. And let's check in downstairs, Larry Putney.
Thanks, Kevin. You saw the replay earlier. The official that got hurt, that was Dusty Lana. He rolled his ankle, and the report out of the locker room is he has broken his ankle. He actually tried to tape up and walk on it, but couldn't put a lot of pressure on it. So we now have a new official on the sideline. Alan Makovica of Lincoln is your new head linesman. There he is.
Well, watch your ankle, Alan. And for those of you asking, he may be a cousin of the Makovicas that have spent a lot of years in this stadium playing for Nebraska. 3rd and 1, and Schindler has the first down. Nothing fancy about it, but he gets the first, and it's 1st and 10 for Pope John.
He looks a little too tall to be a cousin of the Makovicas. I don't know.
Now Justin's pretty tall, and here's Schindler again trying to make it go. You know, Jeff and Joel weren't going to win any dunking contest, but Justin's a pretty good size kid.
I really hope Joel is listening right now.
I'll be sure and talk to him tomorrow and let him know
be a phone call.
Sent your love. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. 17-0 Pope John. Selting on the toss with blockers out in front. One of them is quarterback, and a good run of 8 yards to the 35 of Clarkson. I'm impressed by how Vike gets out in front of those toss plays to lead block.
He has done it the whole game, Kevin. Look how this defense is stacked up in there. Kind of borrowing a page from Pope John, and now it's, what do you get, 9 yards, 8 yards on the play?
They'll call it 9.
Call it 9.
It's a good long one. They need to get it in between the 33 and 34 for the first, and the ball's squarely on the 35-yard line, but it's just 2nd down.
Schindler just into the ball game. Wonder where the ball's going to go here, fellas.
It'll go to Schindler, as you predicted, and Schindler has the first down and more. Down the sideline. Schindler won't be touched, and he's in for 6.
You knew that was going to happen today. You saw it early on in the ball game, the speed that he has to the edge, and he showed it right there, sneaking behind the blocking on the left side of the line over there behind Reichs and Parks and Kallhoff. And then just taking it out and going. That speed, I knew that was going to happen today.
Boy, lightning fast when he hit the corner, huh?
Incredible. Yeah, he's doing it all day.
97 yards tonight for Schindler and a couple of touchdowns. That one a 35-yard run. 15 carries tonight, and it's all working for Pope John. Jay Reichs gets ready to try the extra point. He's been perfect tonight, and he will remain perfect tonight. Another extra point home. Schindler with a big night again, and what a run by the junior Jake Schindler.
Good counter step, kind of gets the backers going the other way, and now it's just speed right here. Just go for it, and nobody is going to touch him. Nobody.
All right, what a thrill for that young man who lost his father before the year started. And let's go downstairs and chat with Larry Putney. Larry.
Well, thanks, Kevin. It's good to see Jake Schindler having such a good game tonight, because it was an extremely difficult offseason for Schindler. Just before the football season started, his dad passed away in the middle of the night. In fact, before the game, we talked with head coach P.J. Book about it.
Jake is a young man that has gone through some incredible adversity, specifically these last 6 months. He's a kid who's everything that I'm assuming all Nebraska small town farm communities stand for. Comes from a family of hard work, integrity, no excuses, nothing but character. And he had a father who taught him all that, and lost his father right before our first game of the year and his best friend, and it was hard for our whole team, and I can't imagine what he's gone through.
So throughout the year, a very difficult season for Jake Schindler, and it's good to see him having a good night out here.
And also we want to mention Corey Schindler, also a freshman on the ball club, also involved with that. And I tell you, what a testimonial. Incredible. PJ Book, outstanding words.
His brother Ross, I was able to talk to before the game down on the field. He'll be coming into high school here in a couple of years, and our thoughts and prayers go out to that family. It's good to see him having a good night here.
Now, certainly a chance for a game to be played in his father's memory, and he's certainly showing a great game tonight as Clarkson starts from their 20-yard line, first down and 10.
PJ Book said before the game that the day after his father passed, they were sitting in the driveway talking. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and Jake Schindler told his head football coach, "We're going to go to Lincoln." A lot of inspiration on this football team.
From the 20, first down and 10. And Brebitz trying to keep. Brebitz finding no running room at all. First man in was Spencer Hying, who's had a great night from the linebacker spot for Pope John. He got there, and then Dylan Heidoff finished him off.
3-year starter Spencer Hying, leading tackler on the ball club, and it's good flow to the football right here. Hying, the first man over there to make contact, along with Heidoff right there.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11 back at the 19-yard line. Up the middle, Dinslage. Not much there again. To the 21, a 2-yard gain on the play. Tackle in there by McCabe Hofer. And it's 3rd and 9.
Well, that's going to create a long third down here. Playing that. What have they done on third down here? They're 2 of 6 Clarkson is today, or this evening. As Jim Clarkson looking for an answer along the sideline.
3rd down and 9 from the 21. Brebitz in the gun. Trying to find a big play. Has time to throw. Going deep down the field. He's got a man open, and he overshoots him at the 15-yard line. Dinslage was open, but he just missed him. And it's 4th down and 9.
Just running a straight deep post route, but the ball just, oh my, about 4 yards, 3-4 yards overthrown.
He threw that ball a long way.
He had a little more speed to catch up. That little wind behind him on the toss. As Clarkson will now set up to kick it away.
Selting back alongside Schindler. And it'll be Selting at the 24-yard line. Makes the first man miss, and Selting to the 29. And that's where Pope John starts. First down and 10 with the 24-0 lead. 7:46 remaining in this third quarter here at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln.
This is where it starts to become tough for Clarkson. You know, it's 24-0. You're going back on defense. This offense has done a lot to you tonight. Pope John looking for more, trying to get a little bit more here in the second half and add to this lead. You know, with the attitude of their coach, they're not going to let down. He demands perfection, and that's what he's going to expect the rest of this half.
From the 29, first down and 10. Flags are down as Vike takes it up the middle on a designed quarterback draw, and no gain on the play, but may have had a free play here. The tackle out there made by Jonathan Bush. Well, it's going to go against Pope John. So they will decline this one, and it'll be 2nd and 10. But what an impressive night tonight for PJ Book and Pope John to this point. Good. Offense, defense, it's all working.
And those two right there, head coach PJ Book and Kevin Selting, number 7, very instrumental in all the action tonight. Selting now in with the play.
2nd down and 10 at the 29-yard line. Dean Vike, the senior quarterback. Draw play, Selting, and that's going nowhere. Right there, Michael Konachek again. Big night for the middle linebacker.
Boy, he's played a good football game, and you watch him in his stance here. He reads the play, comes upfield. Nice form on the tackle. Gets a little bit of help, but Konachek has been big on this defense. He's made plays when they've been in front of him to be made.
That's his 10th tackle on the night for Konachek, along with a couple of that's a second tackle for a loss on the night. Playing big.
3rd and 13 from the 26-yard line. Vike sets, hit as he throws or tries to throw, and is able to scoop it in. Almost popped out as he got crunched from behind by Jonathan Bush and was fortunate to hang on to that one.
That ball could have gone anywhere as he was hit in the back. Bush just drove him into the ground. I don't know how he held on or if he did fumble it. We'll see here, and then if he got it back. No, he just held on, I think. It takes a lot of strength in your hand to be able to hold on to the ball when you take a big shot like that.
And a lot of toughness. Bush at 230, Matt, just coming straight up and straight in. Nobody touching it.
And the punt taken by Stucklessa at the 25. And he returns it to the 35-yard line. 10-yard return. And Clarkson with pretty decent field position here. 5:57 remaining in the third, but down 24-0. Thursday, November 29th on NET television, take a master's class in murder. Nebraska Wesleyan University crime scene investigators in training learn there's more at stake in this case than getting a good grade. Plus, go to court with a team of Nebraska CSIs as they build the case against a killer who made sure the victim would never be found. Watch NET's documentary Murder House Thursday, November 29th at 7 Central on NET1. From the 35-yard line, Clarkson trying to get it going here, trailing by 24. Good field position, though, as Brebitz hands on the draw play. Konachek picks up good yardage with a flag down into Pope John territory for the moment. 6-yard gain, but it's going to be negated by the penalty. And that's been kind of the story of the night for Clarkson. 1 step forward and 2 steps back.
Yeah, you really need to put a drive together here, and you need to make something happen quick. You get a nice gain on first down. Instead, you go back 5 yards. It's the last thing you can do as an offense when you've really struggled to move the football all night long. Only 74 yards of offense.
And Matt, you
first
look
and 15's tough.
And you look at the amount of time left here. I think a score right now is imperative for Clarkson if they're going to try to make a run here, because you get it into the fourth quarter without a score and you're down 24-0.
Lights out.
3 scores in that amount of time, probably not going to happen.
1st and 15 from the 30. Brebitz steps through 1 tackle, and Brebitz with a good gain on first down out near the 37-yard line. They'll mark him back at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Clock, though, running. Jim Clarkson knows that time's starting to become a factor here. We're in the third, but you're down 24. And every possession almost you have to score from here on out. 2nd and 9. Brebitz on the keep again. Brebitz turns it upfield into Pope John territory, and a good strong run by Brebitz to the 38-yard line. It'll leave Clarkson 3 yards shy of a first down.
Just a strong runner, big kid. Gets to the edge here. Looked like he might have been able to pitch it. Probably should have gotten upfield right behind the fullback. Instead, he takes it around the outside of the end. Never did pitch the ball, but a nice strong run from Brebitz.
And a good strong tackle by Ryan Little that eliminated any further advance on the play.
3rd down and 3 from the 38. And a tough run by the fullback Michael Konachek, and he has a first down for Clarkson. So a good convert after the penalty to get the 15 yards needed for the first down.
Talk about running downhill. Watch Konachek here. Hits the hole hard, takes on a little contact, and gets the first down.
They are going to bring the chains in just to make sure, but Matt Davison, who's batting about .333 today on these.
He's got it by 3/4 of the length of the football.
All right. Put that down. 3/4 of the length of the football.
See that?
I would say it's more like half the football. I don't know if I'd go 3/4. but he does have the first down. Good conversion for Clarkson. Something good to happen on offense for a team that's not had much good happen tonight.
Yeah, they really needed that to happen, Kevin, to keep possession and keep on the roll right here, because again, a score very imperative here with 4:20 and counting.
From the 35 of Pope John, first down. Dinslage wants to throw, going back to his quarterback Brebitz, who's got it at the 15 and is down inside the 10. Well, it went from the old fullback to the old quarterback and back to the old fullback, who's now the quarterback.
There's Dinslage taking the snap or the toss. Let her go. He's completed 24 out of 54 this year with 7 touchdowns, and Dinslage put it right on the money.
And it's first and goal at the 9 for Clarkson. So they brought out the trick play and have themselves set up in scoring position here on first down. Brebitz on the keep. Brebitz is going to walk in for 6, and Clarkson is on the board.
Boy, Bush, that is, on a great block, and Konachek ready to go ahead and make a block after the fake to him, and well done. Left side of the line. Urbanic is over there. There you see Konachek making that block, and Bush was also downfield making a block to help spring that play.
Real physical play again by
needed that.
Konachek, the fullback, who's done that all night, and now they'll go for 2. Big 2-point conversion. Keep them on a 2-score pace if they can convert here in the toss play, looking for that goal line, and he reaches across and just has it. Konachek reaching for that yellow line, and he just got the ball across, and it's a 24-8 ball game.
He patted the new official over there on the back, Makovica, as he called it a 2-point conversion, because he barely got the ball over the goal line. It looked like great effort from Konachek to get to the goal line.
And let's go back downstairs and check in with Larry.
Well, Kevin, Clarkson finally looking like they're familiar with this field. Of course, as we said off the top, after their quarterfinal win against Humboldt Table Rock Steiner, on their way back home to Clarkson, they made a quick detour. In fact, we talked with the coach about it before the game.
We came up here, it's probably about 10:30 at night or so, and so we asked the bus driver to pull in here, and we just thought we'd come in and look through the gates and kind of get a feel for it. And some athletes must have been coming from a study hall or something, and so the door was open, and we walked in, and a guy at the front desk helped us out, and he let us walk onto the field and walk around, and kids had their camera phones out taking pictures, and it was kind of our goal that night. So we wanted, we had to beat St. Francis to get back here. That was the message we wanted to send, that this is where we wanted to finish our season. And I think that really kind of motivated them a little bit and kind of gave everyone a little bit of chills and kind of got us through that last semifinal game.
Well, that was a terrific semifinal game too. Into overtime, 2-point conversion to knock off St. Francis and make it back here.
And what a terrific story. The ability to come down, find somebody sympathetic, and let you into the stadium in the middle of the night. Terrific job, not only by Clarkson, but by the folks running the stadium a couple of weeks ago to let these young men in and have a memory that'll last a lifetime.
Probably Butch Hugg. Who knows? He's here all the time.
Got out of his cot, the man who lives here, to run this stadium.
Well, good to see it happen. There was a time when that probably would not have happened at all, but things have lightened up a little bit around here, and it's good to see that happen. Give the kids a chance to imagine and dream, as we said at the top.
First down and 10 from the 15. Now can Pope John answer? Clarkson's defense trying to get the stop as Spencer Hying gets the carry and advances it to the 20-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on first down for Pope John.
I think it's
momentum now for the guys in red.
I think this is an important drive for Pope John, that they get a first down or two. And for Clarkson, if they can get another stop, they have momentum right now. Even though they're still down 16 points, if they can get a stop here and get the football back, they've got a little bit of life right now.
Maybe have to take a risk or two on defense right now to try to cause a turnover of some kind. See if Pope John will cough it up somehow.
Vike in the shotgun on the pitch play. Tough catch by Selting as he tries to get to the corner, and Selting, good work just to get positive yardage out of that play. The pitch way behind him, makes the catch and picks up 2 yards. It'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Clarkson trying to do exactly that. Here comes the pressure immediately on the quarterback from Bush. He gets the ball out, and boy, Selting, as you said, Kevin, able to get upfield and pick up just a couple of extra yards there. 3rd and how much? The 3rd and about 3.
Pope John 5 of 10 tonight on third down conversions. It's a big one for both teams. 3rd and 3 from the 22-yard line. Toss play, Schindler. Schindler is not going to get there. Konachek was right there waiting for him. A 2-yard loss, and Clarkson pitches the 3 and out.
You know, Schindler lined up much deeper than he normally has been lining up in the ball game. You watch it here, he's way deeper than he was. Not able to get quickly to that edge, and that gave Clarkson time to fill the outside lanes and make that stop and create this 4th down play, this kick.
Reich's on to punt it away again. And Clarkson really starting to feel it now. They know they can move the ball on him, and now they've come up with the stop. The punt fielded at the 30-yard line by Stucklesa. Stucklesa will give Clarkson decent field position at the 37-yard line, where they'll have it 1st down and 10. Do you feel you have more questions than answers about your child's college education? Let NET Television help. On December 11th, Countdown to College will have the experts to answer your concerns about the next step to higher learning. Find out how you can make college affordable. Watch Countdown to College Tuesday night, December 11th at 7 Central Time on NET1.
Clarkson gets it rolling right here, Matt. This could really squeeze the game right here for this bunch in red.
Well, a good defensive play on 1st down. Good penetration by Dylan Heitoff to blow up that play on 1st down.
You're not going to see any quit in Pope John at this point, and I understand they're up a couple of touchdowns, so why would they quit? But I mean, you're going to still continue to see great effort, and they're not going to have any let up right now. Their coach PJ Book won't allow that to happen, but Clarkson right now needs to ride this adrenaline, ride this emotion.
Brebitz to throw, floats it out, and it's caught and out of bounds goes Dinslage. Good gain on the play into Pope John territory at the 38-yard line. They'll be 5 yards short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for Clarkson.
Looking deep, Brebitz looking deep, trying to find number 5, Tim Prokopets, on the long pass, and that was shut down, and he just threw that little swing outlet over there. Picked up decent yardage on the play, but still 3rd and intermediate here, 3rd and about 5.
Coming up on a minute remaining in this 3rd quarter on 3rd and 5. Looking for running room, and a good tackle coming from behind. Dinslage had the opening, but Spencer Hying got right in there and got him around the ankles to prevent what would have been a 1st down.
Number 31 right there, right in the middle. Leading tackler on the ball club, and he just had a nose for the football on that play. And it's a good thing that he did, because that play looked like it was indeed going to go for the 1st down.
And he limped off the field after that play. A guy Pope John can't afford to lose. Hying's been called a lot tonight defensively. 4th down and 3, and Clarkson will go. Dinslage sets to throw to the right side. It is caught, breaking away, and down the sidelines, out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. Brendan Owenbring was open, and he made a huge play, and it's 1st and goal, Clarkson.
What a gutsy call by Jim Clarkson in that situation on 4th and 2, and you run it's the same play they ran before, and Dinslage has the choice of going back to the quarterback or throwing it down the field. And he finds him, Owenbring, down the sideline, and he goes out of bounds about the 4.5-yard line.
We talked about taking risks, and Clarkson indeed did it there. Owenbring, just his 5th catch on the year, and a big one, a huge catch.
1st down and goal from the 5. Toss play, Konachek. Konachek working down to the 1. And Clarkson, they were very close to out of this game. And there's plenty of life in the guys in red right now.
Yeah, they're fixing to make it a game again, Kevin, right here. 2nd down and goal.
And they're not going to get a playoff before the end of this 3rd quarter. 2nd and goal from the 1. Pope John leading, but Clarkson with all the momentum as we head to the 4th, the D1 state championship game. 12 great minutes to come on NET Sports. NET Sports coverage of the 2007 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us, together with your local public power utility. By the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, the Blues are good for you. By the Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services. And by U.S. Bank, wherever you go, you'll find us. The start of the fourth quarter here in the D1 State High School Football Championship. Alongside Adrian Fiala, Matt Davison, and Larry Putney, I'm Kevin Kugler. Clarkson with a 2nd and goal from the 1. They're going heavy in the backfield. Their right guard, Jonathan Bush, lines up at fullback. Lead blocking for the touchdown run by Michael Konachek. And it was a Bush block that opened the door.
He put Dylan Heidoff right down on the play. Bush led it up inside. Immediate collision between he and Heidoff. Heidoff went down. No doubt at that point.
Now once again the ever important two-point conversion here to make it a 1 touchdown and another 2-point conversion lead for Pope John.
That Pope John lead once 24 points, sitting rather precariously at 10 right now. Same formation. Toss play faked. Brabitz will keep. Brabitz looking for the goal line, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. They fake the toss play, and Brabitz goes right up the middle for the 2, and it's a 1-possession game. Pope John's lead is now 8.
Well, the dream is beginning to come together one more time. Watch this blocking up front. You'll see it right there. That's Bush taking out number 55 for Pope John, and that one again was Dylan Heidoff. And here's the 2-pointer.
A great fake carried out by everybody. Look at Brabitz just right across that goal line, and there's a lot of fired up guys in red down there.
And remember, Brabitz was a fullback prior to taking over the quarterback's job a few weeks ago. So he's got enough speed and enough strength to get up inside there and make that kind of play.
This December, the Blue Man Group comes to NET1. This creative group of bald, blue-faced performers take the stage with theatrical arts and acts that incorporate rock music, odd props, audience participation, sophisticated lighting, and large amounts of paper. The Blue Man Group Inside the Tube is a family-oriented, humorous, and energetic program you won't want to miss. Plus, see how you can be the first to get tickets to their March 2008 concert in Omaha. The Blue Man Group is coming to NET1 Saturday night, December 8th at 8 Central Time.
I heard that.
How do they make that blue stuff stay on without smudging? You guys know?
It's a good question. Perhaps we'll learn that on that program.
We'll have to ask them that when they come. Go see the show.
I think we could probably get Adrian Fiala a guest appearance as a Blue Man in the Blue Man Group.
We'd have to shave his head, though.
Big Blue Man Group, as a matter of fact.
And the kickoff headed towards the sideline, but it bounces back into play. The fake. And Schindler trying to find the outside, and Schindler out near the 13-yard line, well covered by Clarkson. The tackle made by Jeff Stucklesa. And now Pope John with the ball. 11:50 to play in the fourth, and that once comfortable lead is no longer so comfortable.
It'll be interesting to see how Pope John reacts now. We've seen a lot of variation in their offensive attack through the course of the ball game. And now with time of factor and points of factor, we'll see if they stay with that or get a little conservative here, try to keep the ball on the ground, burn clock, move the ball. Just what will happen here. You see this heavy set with 2 wides right here.
Vike to throw on first down, going deep down the near sideline for Schindler. The ball is tipped, and Schindler's got it, and he's all alone. Schindler will score for Pope John. And they're not going to play conservative at all. We got the answer to that question in one big play.
Well, we asked for it, and we got it. Double coverage, straight fly on the route here.
Double coverage.
Double coverage right there, and somehow the ball gets through. 2 defenders sprawl on the turf. One of those, Jeff Stucklesa. And there's Schindler. And Schindler, once again, Matt, uses that quickness and speed to get behind everybody.
What a big night for this young guy, Jake Schindler. And no one that everyone in Elgin would rather see have a big night than Jake Schindler. And what a throw by Vike.
They fake the extra point and throw it in for 2 to Josh Beckman. So they get the 2-point conversion and now make it 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions for Clarkson to tie this one up.
Well, they continued with the variation that we talked about, just showing one thing, taking another. And Pope John and Coach P.J. Book, you got to tip your helmet to this team. They show you a lot, fellas. They really do.
They do, and they use their weapons. You know, Vike obviously can make plays, and they use Schindler. They put him in positions where he can use his speed and quickness to make plays. And I think that lead was 16. It went to 8 for, what, about 15 seconds? And right back to a 16-point lead.
All right, it's time to reveal the answer to our trivia question tonight. We asked you what former 8-man star holds the all-class record for most points and touchdowns in a season and career, most consecutive 100-yard rushing games, yet never played in a state championship game. And congratulations to Mike Arnold. He knew the answer was Corey Eichmeyer. 1993 to 1996. Oddly enough, Dodge won the state championship the year after Eichmeyer graduated in 97, which was also the first year the championships were held at Memorial Stadium. Congratulations to Mike Arnold, who won our second trivia question of the day. We'll have more for you tomorrow during our coverage of the NSAA State Football Championships here from Memorial Stadium.
And here's a night for Schindler, rushing 16 for 95, 2 touchdowns, receiving 4, or check it, 3 for 78 and a touchdown.
Into the end zone it goes, and Clarkson will have it 1st and 10 out at the 15-yard line. Not a bad night at all for young Mr. Schindler. Playing with a lot of emotion, as Larry talked about earlier tonight, losing his father at the beginning of the year, and what a way to pay tribute to his dad and best friend tonight at Memorial Stadium on the biggest stage of his football career.
His little brother Ross down there watching him and looking up to his older brother, his sister here in Lincoln, and his mom Peg, all very proud tonight.
Fumbled snap, Brevitz picks it up and down he goes. Once that little bobble, that gave time for Jay Reichs to get right back there on top of Brevitz and throw him for a loss of 6 back to the 9.
We've seen that, what, 3 times tonight from Clarkson, where they've just really fumbled a snap or a pitch, and it's killed the drive every single time.
Dead plays will do that all the time. You know, when you're behind as they are, 32-16, you cannot afford one dead play at this point. That's the first one right there. Handle the football.
They're going to have to hurry. The play clock is down to 3 as they get up to the line. Play clock down to 1, and they're not going to get this play off. Delay of game after the loss on the play of 7 yards, and add more to that deficit that Clarkson is staring at right now.
Jim Clarkson kind of looked out there and said, "Are you kidding me?" Like the clock might have started early.
So mark it back inside the 5 at the 4-yard line, and it's 2nd down and 20. And in the end zone, Dinslage in at quarterback now, in trouble, and he just got out of the end zone. Nearly the safety as McCabe Hofer was there. Nobody open for Dinslage, and he eats it back at the 2.
Early in the play, he had room to run the football. He'll look at that film and learn from it and say, I should have tucked it and headed upfield. Right here he's looking, it's closed up. But right now he's got room to go. Not going to happen.
Well, Dinslage, the better passing quarterback. That's why they have him in at this point. Clarkson feeling like they need to throw. Now Brevitz back in at quarterback on 3rd and 23 from the 2. Brevitz will keep, and he takes it out to the 5-yard line, and that is all he's going to get. Just a 3-yard pickup, and right around his ankles was Dean Vike.
That series right there, I think, fellas, probably put a marker on the game right there. They're going to kick it away. Pope John's going to get it somewhere near midfield with about 9 minutes or maybe under 9 minutes to go. And it'll be very, very difficult indeed for Clarkson to make up the deficit from this point. They needed to get that drive moving on this series, couldn't get it done.
Brevitz punting from his end zone, nearly got it blocked by Austin Mitchell, and that punt's going to go out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. He's still walking down to the 17-yard line. An 11-yard punt, and not at all what they were looking for. Well, be sure you're with us tomorrow morning as we continue our coverage of the 2007 NSAA Football Championships as the Class C2 final hits the field tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Central Time. The Wakefield Trojans battle the Blue Hill Bobcats. That's tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Central Time on NET1 and NET HD. First down and 10 from the 16 for Pope John. And the give to Schindler. And Schindler bouncing to the outside. And one more for Schindler. Another touchdown for the junior Crusader, and P.J. Book and company are thrilled.
Coach Book thrilled. The whole Pope John team is thrilled. They all were following in to congratulate Jake Schindler. And look at that blocking up front. Again, great block. Spencer Hying, an excellent block. And there it is right there. Creates this. All right.
A little bit excited down there.
Love that emotion. And you know what I saw out of that play from Schindler was the ability to go side to side. The little hop aid where he jumped to the side. He was going laterally at the line of scrimmage just to bounce it enough. You can't teach that. That's just that lateral movement, the little bounce to the outside. That's really what made that play.
What an answer by Pope John. Clarkson gets within 8 points. And Pope John comes back in 2 offensive plays. One long pass and that run. And they open this game wide open again.
Just about to make that point. They strike very quickly. Last series, first play. This series, first play. And pretty much have now in complete control. 9:21 left in the ball game, but Pope John.
I'll be sure you're with us for all the inside information on the Huskers after the Colorado game on Big Red Wrap-Up. Tuesday, November 27th, live at 7 p.m. Central Time. A complete review of the game and other activities surrounding Husker football with highlights, analysis, discussion, and the latest recruiting news with Sean Callahan from Huskers Illustrated. Join Adrian Fiala and me for the next Big Red Wrap-Up Tuesday, November 27th here on NET, Nebraska's home for sports. Clarkson now trailing by 23 points. And not great field position to start this next drive as Beckman leads the Crusaders down with good coverage on the kick return. From the 12, they'll start 1st and 10.
2 plays, 2 touchdowns for Schindler in the last 2 plays from scrimmage. And watch what I'm talking about here, the little hop to the side, right there. The little hop to the side and then the ability to bounce it outside. That's just something you can't teach a running back. He either knows it and he can do it or he can't. And that's that quickness you can't teach.
On first down, Brevitz throws, and he throws incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 12. Clock stops, 9:09 remaining in this 4th quarter. And Clarkson, Aid, is acting like they took a pretty good uppercut to the chin there on the last couple of plays because the offense is completely changing. The momentum is gone.
They're indeed reeling from that play as they split everybody out here.
On 2nd down and 10, Brevitz completes it on the near sideline. Clock will continue to run as Konachek makes the grab. It's going to leave Clarkson about 4 yards shy of the 1st. 3rd down in the hurry up. Flags are down as Brevitz tries to take it forward on the draw. Not going to get very far. Maybe a yard to the 18-yard line. But we'll wait and see what the flag's about. And it's going to cost Clarkson 5 more. And Jim Clarkson a little bit frustrated right now on the Red Devils sideline.
Well, I give them credit. You know, they were down 24-0, and they really dug deep in this second half when it didn't look like they even had a chance. And they came back with a couple of big defensive stands and a couple of big drives, Adrian, and that showed me a lot of what this team is made up of. And they got right back into this thing, made it 24-16, and they put pressure on Pope John. I mean, they felt a little pressure, and obviously Pope John came back, but give Clarkson credit for getting back into this thing.
4th down and 4. Clarkson will punt it away. Nobody back for Pope John. That punt takes a turn out of bounds right near the 20-yard line. And Pope John will start 1st down and 10.
If you would like a DVD of this game or any of the NSAA football or volleyball championship games, log on to netnebraska.org
and click on Shop NET or call 1-800-868-1868 to order your DVD copy. It's a memory that will last for years to come. NET is Nebraska's home for sports.
That was poetic.
I get plenty of work reading commercials on the radio.
I've heard rumors. Gotta let Aid read one of those every once in a while during those radio broadcasts.
Believe me, I have enough of those.
Vike looking for running room. Look at Vike stepping through tackle after tackle. Vike to the middle of the field. It's opening up wide. Dean Vike to the 20, to the 10, and he's out of bounds. An amazing run by Dean Vike. He went right, he went left, and he went back right again.
That may have been one of the greatest runs I've seen in state championship competition without a score. There he is right here. He's just going to thread his way through. 1, 2, tackle, 3 tackles missed right there. Good balance. 4 tackles, 5, and now it's a foot race. He's probably getting tired right here. And that'll end it right there. But what a great, great piece of persistence by Dean Vike.
From the 11, that's where they mark it first down and 10 for Pope John, leading 39-16. Fumble on the play, and it's covered up by Kevin Selting. Selting didn't act like he was expecting to get the football, and he'll lose yardage back to the 16, a 5-yard loss on the play.
That's the execution that P.J. Book was talking about at the end of the first half, where there were just a few plays that he didn't feel comfortable with, like his team wasn't, maybe concentrating the way they need to. And I mean, this is a young coach who really, gets the most out of these guys. He relates well to the kids, and he demands that they do things at a top-notch level.
2nd and 15, toss play, Schindler. Schindler picking his way forward down to the 12-yard line, a 4-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 11 for Pope John as they close in on their first state championship, not just in football, but their first state championship in any sport in the history of the school. So that trophy case is a little barren right now.
That'll be big for their community. I was up in Elgin just about a month ago, as a matter of fact. Drove through town. I've been to a couple of functions up there.
You drove through town? I don't know if that counts as being in Elgin.
I was there. I said I've been to a couple of functions up there, and have to do a little hunting event up near Elgin here in a couple of weeks. So I'll stop in and see the trophy.
Tyler Whittakin with the sack back near the 24-yard line. One thing you like about Clarkson, they're not quitting. They're down big, but they are still playing real hard.
Now that's one thing you always see from the small town football teams, all the high school guys. Rarely, if ever, will you see them quit. It's good to see Pope John in this position. They've tried 14th time they've been into the playoffs. They finally get to the finals, first time ever, and it looks like they're going to get it done here.
4th down and 23. Set up the screen to Selting. Selting wants to throw. He's going to throw it back to Vike, and Vike down the sidelines. Vike, nice move at the 20, and he's down near the 10-yard line. That's not going to get the first down, but it does put Clarkson in a little deeper hole. And let's check in downstairs with Larry Putney.
Well, Kev, you mentioned that this would be the first ever championship in school history. It would also be the first ever championship any school in Elgin has won, and we talked to the coach about what it would mean to the community before the game.
Pope John's never been part of a state championship game in any sport in the history of the school. So already this has meant a great deal to the town, the community, both schools making it as far as they did. Finishing tonight would be great icing on the cake, I guess, and a lasting memory for the kids in terms of a medal. But I think they've accomplished so much in the last 375 days that since a year and 10 days ago when we started working for this, that this might be the icing on it.
Well, the icing would certainly be a state championship. There's no better capper to a season than winning here in the D1 state championship at Memorial Stadium on a cool night, but a night in which that Pope John offense has been red hot. First down as Brebitz goes under center. Brebitz on the pitch. It bounces on the turf, and Dinslage just falls on top of it at the 10-yard line. A loss of 1 on the play. And Clarkson, they carry themselves right now a little bit deflated, it looks like, on the offensive side.
Yeah, that play not very crisp right there in terms of execution, and maybe starting to feel it a little bit here in terms of you know, what's going to happen, but they'll still get after it here, Kevin, I'm sure.
Well, they've had a good season.
Oh, yeah.
Guys.
Oh, no question. And a throw a little bit short there for Brandon Dinsloggy, and it's 3rd down and 11.
Every other team in D1 is done, besides these two. And every other team that's sitting at home would rather be in Clarkson's position right now, losing in the state finals rather than not ever getting there at all. Only one team obviously wins the last game of the year. Looks like it's going to be Pope John, but Clarkson, you know, some people say, I think I'd rather lose before getting to the finals. I've never believed that. I mean, you'd rather not be that close? I mean, you'd rather not have a chance?
Boy, a tough pitch and running room for Konachek, and a 1st down. That was a well-run play. Brebitz pitched it at the very last minute, and Konachek a nice run for the 1st.
Well, he had trouble handling the ball right there again and able to get out and go. People hanging all over, and good pitch, you're right. Really turned nothing into something right there.
5 minutes to play. 1st and 10 at the 25 for Clarkson. Brebitz hit as he throws, floats it out, and it's almost intercepted. Dean Vike trying to make the circus catch on the near sideline, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Everything closed up downfield, and kind of a desperation play and almost intercepted by Vike. Laying out pretty well there, just off his fingertips.
From the 25-yard line, 2nd down and 10. Brebitz steps over a man. Brebitz still running. Good tough run by Brebitz. 8-yard gain, and it's 3rd and 2.
Looked like he might pitch the ball at the beginning of the play. Jumped over a man, took on contact, and got 3 or 4 yards after the contact. Breaks a tackle there, jumps over Hine at the line of scrimmage, and then takes on a couple of guys and gets 8 yards.
Ryan Little paying the price there. He got a helmet right straight in the chest from Roberts on that, and gets down 3rd down and call it almost a short 2.
And a timeout taken by Clarkson with 4:09 remaining in this 4th quarter. They want a chance to talk this over on 3rd down and 2. Jim Clarkson in their first ever appearance in this state title game. That head coach not going to give up on his kids at this point. Wants them to play all the way out, see what they can do. You never know. NET Sports presents the story of Nebraska volleyball in Dream Like a Champion, premiering Tuesday, December 4th at 8 p.m. on NET1 and NET HD. See how Terry Pettit's visionary leadership and John Cook's competitive spirit helped to raise Nebraska volleyball to new heights. Follow the Husker team on their run for a national championship, ending with a dream win last December at the NCAA Championships in Omaha. Watch Dream Like a Champion. Mark your calendar, Tuesday, December 4th at 8 p.m. on NET1 and NET HD. You won't want to miss this special tribute to the success of Nebraska volleyball. Dream Like a Champion, a special documentary presentation produced by NET Sports, Nebraska's home for sports. And on 3rd and 2, Konachek able to get the 1st down for Clarkson and keep this drive going for the Red Devils. So a 1st and 10, 4:05 to play. Pope John with a 23-point lead. Brebitz under center. Konachek into Pope John territory. Down at the 39-yard line, a gain of 6. But it's the case likely of too little too late for this Clarkson squad, trying real hard, but that clock's going to hurt them. And the deficit. 2nd and 4. Toss play. Konachek, another 1st down. Got to the outside and takes it to the 34-yard line of Pope John.
Good hard run there by Konachek to get to the outside and get past that stick immediately. Pick up some extra yardage on the play. Again, not quitting, just keep digging away, keep hitting away. You never know this game, but doesn't look good, but you never know.
Konachek again, got a good block out front by Brebitz. and just tripped up inside the 30 down at the 27-yard line. So a 6-yard pickup, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 4.
You know, guys, we asked head coach Jim Clarkson what he was most concerned about with respect to Pope John. He said, well, number one, the receivers, and number two, they have great athletes, and we have to get to the ball very quick. And we saw how that had worked here tonight.
Krebitz a little high on the pass there. Couldn't connect with his man out there. That's Jacob Harney. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 4. 2:55 to go, and Clarkson trying to see if they can't get something desperate put together late here. On 3rd and 4, Konachek steps out of one tackle, and he has the 1st down. So another good run by the fullback, and it's a 1st and 10 down at the 22-yard line.
It's been a hard night for Konachek. About 19 carries, it looks like, for 55 yards. Every one of them hard earned.
And another carry here, bangs off one man, and he's going to walk into the end zone. First contact doesn't knock him down, and Konachek takes it in for 6 more.
Well, we got an idea just how tough this kid is by the way he played defense. And we saw right there that he's going to take a blow and stay up and go again. And a great job by Konachek to make that play work. And it's going to be 22, maybe 24 here as they go for 2.
That's his 3rd touchdown of the night.
We're looking at an onside here coming up.
I believe so, Abe.
Nobody scored more against this Pope John defense this year than this Clarkson team. Konachek not going to get that 2-point conversion, though, as it's stacked up nicely by Pope John. But let's watch the touchdown again, and that first contact. Got to wrap him up.
Good block right there by Brabitz to get in the way of the defender. And then, again, you saw that that contact, that initial contact by Konachek. But no worry, I'm taking it home. He did.
For more than 50 years, NET has been part of this state's history, bringing you local news from across the state, documentaries that affect Nebraskans, and statewide coverage of high school and collegiate sports. Help us continue the quality of local programming on NET television. With your support, we'll continue to enrich the lives of all Nebraskans. Visit netnebraska.org or call 1-800-634-6788. Now, of course, tomorrow, 2 more championships here at Memorial Stadium, the C2 championship and the A championship. And then C1 and B wrap up our weekend on Saturday. We'll watch Brodsky here.
He doesn't have that stuff all over his shoe this time. Let's see if he kicks it as far.
I think he's probably going to
try not to kick it far at all.
Not kick it far at all. A little left side over there.
Here he comes on the onside attempt, and it's covered very nicely and very smoothly by Josh Beckman. And Pope John will keep the ball. 2:37 to go in the 4th. And Pope John's lead is 17. And for P.J. Book, 2 minutes and 37 seconds away from a state championship. His first in his first head coaching job at any level anywhere. In his 4th year, this is his first senior class, and about to do something nobody's ever done at Pope John, win a state title.
It's going to be an emotional win for he and his community, and probably be some tears shed after this one, I'm thinking, tonight.
Some of them by this young man who fumbles the football. Jake Schindler able to scoop it back up, but what a night Schindler has had. 3 touchdowns, 115 yards before that carry, 78 yards receiving and a touchdown. He's accounted for almost all the points tonight for this Pope John squad. 28 of the points that they've put on the board have been scored by young Jake Schindler, who will be back next year, much to the bad news of everybody in Class D1. Much to the delight of P.J. Book. 2nd and 14 with 2 minutes to go. Toss play Selting. And Selting stacked up at the 30-yard line. A loss on the play of a yard, and it's 3rd and 15.
Brodsky on the hit right there. Big Steve. 260 pounds. Pretty good load right in the middle right there.
Well, and Clarkson, if you're looking ahead to next year, they'll be bringing back a guy that's a pretty good guy to build around, and that's Michael Konachek. Well, from that middle linebacker spot and in that backfield.
21 carries, 90 yards, and 3 scores for Konachek tonight.
And a timeout taken by Pope John on 3rd and 15. And this may be the time for P.J. Book to send in some of the youngsters on 3rd and 15 and give them a taste of the state championship.
Well, certainly would like to see that happen. We'll see if that does indeed happen. I think. Check some of it. Look like a couple of new numbers out there, Kevin.
The rest of the games this week: Blue Hill and Wakefield tomorrow morning at 10:30 Central Time. Then Millard North and Omaha Central tomorrow night at 7. Saturday we have Bishop Neumann and Pearson, the C1 final, and then Saturday night McCook and Crete in the Class B championship. And we'd love to see you out here at Memorial Stadium. If you can't make it, we'd love to have you with us on NET television.
That's what we're talking about right there. A change of personnel and a lot of slapping on the helmet, and great team feeling down there. Good to see that happen.
Josh Beckman in at quarterback now for Pope John. And on 3rd and 15, Beckman, the toss play to the outside. Bo Hen trying to find some running room, and there's not much there. Tackle made for Clarkson by Jonathan Bush. And it'll bring up a 4th down. Timeout taken by Clarkson with 1:13 to play. So it's 4th and 17 back at the 28-yard line, and the punt unit coming on for Pope John. Clarkson would like one more shot, but they're 3 scores away. Down by 17 with 1:13 to go. And Reichs will come on to punt it one more time. Reichs averaging 33 yards a punt tonight. Stuckless back at his 18-yard line. And Reichs booms this one, driving Stuckless back inside the 10. He picks it up at the 7-yard line, and he's going to be dropped inside the 5-yard line by a swarm of Crusaders. And if Clarkson's going to score again, they're going to have to march the length of the field to do so in 59 seconds.
There's Jake Schindler's little brother, Ross, getting a hug from a friend down on the sidelines. I had a chance to talk to him before the game. A nice young man. Has the number 35 jersey on right there with the black hoodie on. Getting to enjoy his brother, watching him score 4 touchdowns tonight in a state championship game.
What a great moment for that family that's had some very hard times this year. And on the option keep, Brebitz takes it 9 yards out near the 14-yard line, and P.J. Book just got the Gatorade bath.
He's all right with that, let me tell you. It's a big moment in Pope John history here, and Elgin history. And he's definitely okay with that.
Clarkson snaps it before Pope John was even ready to go, and down the sidelines through the ice runs Dinsloggy and out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Needs some extra cleats on that last run along the sideline. A little crunch.
There's the ice there.
There it is.
Right through the ice. And nobody slipped.
Amazing.
Now this is Nebraska. Everybody's used to running on ice. Dinsloggy, good block out front. Dinsloggy with a 1st down and more inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 25 of Pope John. A lot of backups on the field right now for Pope John. Bo Hen there. Now P.J. Book trying to warm up after that ice bath. Some new personnel on the field for the Crusaders. From the 25, 1st down carry by Brebitz. Brebitz into the secondary and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, it doesn't make any difference how much time or what the score is. They just keep working at it, and again, no quit in the Clarkson crew, staying after it. And the personnel in there now for Pope John, some of the second teamers and third teamers, they're learning a lesson right now. And that'll serve them well in the future as they prepare for next year and the year after. And their coach will have a little visit with them about what happened here. But again, stay after. Don't ever quit out there. Like Clarkson has just shown, you stay after.
Clarkson going for 2, and the 2-point conversion run by Dinslage is good. And it's a 9-point game, 39-30, but just 13 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Brevick right up the middle, rides the fullback, breaks a couple of tackles. And he's, I think, the biggest man on the field on that play compared to everybody on defense, with all the backups in there.
You saw a lot of the white jerseys, people in the white jerseys sort of reaching for the play, that kind of thing. So last thing you want to do, you want to just make sure you try to get yourself to the player, to the man, and don't reach. You're trying to hit him, obviously, but reaching just won't cut it. And they'll look at that. They'll look at that film and work on that, work on their speed and quickness to get to the ball carriers. A lot of elation on that sideline over there, Pope John. Just anticipating the next 13 seconds here in that state championship, their first one ever.
Now Clarkson will, there's that wrap around the foot again of Stephen Poproksky.
Must mean he's going deep.
Maybe this is a different wrap.
Maybe they're going to try to
onside wrap.
Fake everybody out here.
Bouncing it right up the middle. And just down on the field goes Bohen. And some emotions starting to flow on that Pope John sidelines. And the head coach, you know, is thinking about that as well. A championship just 11 seconds away for the Crusaders, and a 13-0 season. Undefeated season is never easy to do. Pope John's about to do it. And a knee is taken by Josh Beckman, and that is going to wrap up the first ever state championship for any school, for any team in Elgin, the Pope John Crusaders, as the family Schindler huddles with the head coach, and the emotions really do begin to flow.
Well, that's just a great picture right there. Jake Schindler and his little brother Ross, and head coach P.J. Book, who you know has a tremendous relationship with Jake and his family. And that's what sport is all about right there, Adrian.
You bet. You develop those kind of relationships, and that embrace will live forever in everybody's mind and everybody's feeling as we see it. Tremendous emotion coming from P.J. Book, the head coach there, and Jake on his right there, and the youngsters in between. And you know, athletics teaches you a lot, and we're seeing another lesson tonight in terms of how those feelings run and how they go.
Yeah,
that's little brother right there, right?
Not the only dry eye in the house, that's for sure. There was not too many of them after that embrace between the Crusaders and their head coach. Pope John, your champions of Class D1. They win it tonight, 39-30 over Clarkson. The medal ceremony is next. NET Sports coverage of the 2007 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us, together with your local public power utility. By the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, the Blues are good for you. By the Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services. And by U.S. Bank, wherever you go, you'll find us. Pope John, your Class D1 State High School football champions, a 39-30 victory over the Clarkson Red Devils. Alongside Adrian Fiala, Matt Davison, and Larry Putney, I'm Kevin Kugler. What a night at Memorial Stadium. Pope John wins it. Clarkson continued to battle right up to the very end, but a little too much of Pope John on the offensive side of the football.
and they win your D1 state championship. For Clarkson, a runner-up, and to hand out the medals, we hand it back to our public address announcer, Doc Weininger, who will introduce you once again to the Clarkson Red Devils.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. The award presentations will be made by NSAA Florida Control members Kent Hawley from Mitchell, Jay Beller from Battle Creek, and U.S. Bank representatives Heather Linville and Michelle Hopkin. Here are the awards for Class D1 runner-up, Clarkson High School. Will head coach Jim Clarkson and your assistants please come to the sideline stage to present the silver medals to the members of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 5, Tim Prokopets. Number 7, Mark Verbitsky. Number 9, Benjamin Kuchera. Number 11, Corbin Hammernick. Number 13, Austin Padani. Number 14, Grant Bond. Number 15, Brandon Dinslagi. Number 16, Jacob Cole. Number 18, Cassius McClintock. Number 19, Jacob Harney. Number 21, Joey Check. Number 22, Michael Konachek. Number 23, Brian Steffensmeyer. Number 24, Eric Roberts. Number 25, Zachary Porolek. Number 28, Brendan Owenbray. Number 29, Bo Grolushin. Number 30, Jordan Gall. Number 32, Jeff Stocklesa. Number 35, David Logan. Number 38, Jonathan Bush. Number 40, Patrick Kuchera. Number 44, Dustin Stadola. Number 47, Joseph Pospischal. Number 51, Stephen Kropsky. Number 54, Joseph Verbitsky. Number 58, Jacob Pospischal. Number 60, Brock Dvorak. Number 62, Nathan Urbanik. Number 74, Nick Jindra. Number 76, Tyler Lepore. Number 77, Tyler Whittakin. Number 85, Tyson Bodenall. Number 87, Luke Sabela. And now, here's the 2007 Class D1 runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Clarkson High School.
Oh, a terrific, terrific day and a terrific season for the Clarkson Red Devils. 10-3. They will look back on this season in the short term unhappily, but in the long term, they'll look back with great fondness at this 2007 football season.
They sure will, Kevin. Their first time in the finals in school history, and they're a little bit disappointed right now, but as they look back in several months down the road and a year or two down the road, they're going to be very proud of what they accomplished. You know, Humphrey St. Francis beat them earlier in the season. They had to come back and beat them in the finals of the playoffs and got that job done, and then got themselves here to the finals. But for Jim Clarkson and his staff, congratulations, great year.
And back to Doc Weininger, the champions of Class D1, the Pope John Crusaders.
And now to the champions from Pope John High School. First, head coach PJ Book, we have a special award for you. Now, coach, would you and your assistants hand out the gold medals to the members of your championship team? Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 3, Jake Schindler. Number 6, Ryan Little. Number 7, Kevin Selty. Number 8, Curtis Childers. Number 15, Josh Beckman. Number 18, Dean Vike. Number 26, Bo Hen. Number 29, Joey Molnaric. Number 31, Spencer Hyde. Number 32, Tyson Lodge. Number 40, Brent Parks. Number 45, Austin Mitchell. Number 48, Corey Schindler. Number 50, Travis Ishai. Number 51, Nathan Kalhoff. Number 52, Kirby Hofer. number 55, Dylan Hydock. Number 58, Jay Wright. Number 60, Ben Pelster. Number 63, Nathan Dirks. Number 68, Nick Farmer. Number 80, Jeff Starman. Number 82, Alex Dirks. Number 83, Zach Baker. Number 85, McCabe Hofer. Number 87, Austin Kirkman. Number 99, Brady Ramble. And now, for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2007 Class D1 State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Pope John High School.
The first championship in the history of Pope John High School in any sport is won tonight in football. The Class D1 champions, the Pope John Crusaders. And congratulations to that team and PJ Book, their head coach. A 13-0 season, a perfect season, and they did it with an extremely balanced offense tonight. 186 yards on the ground, 175 in the air. They could not have been much more balanced over the course of this ball game tonight.
That was their key, Matt, coming in.
Yeah, it was, and what a journey it was for this team. And Coach P.J. Book talked about it. 375 days ago, they lost in the state playoffs, and they had a whole year and a little bit more to get ready for this night. And give them credit. They did it the right way, and they represented their school the right way. And so many memories were created during this season. It's an emotional night for he and his team and this community, and good for them. They're going to go enjoy this thing back in Elgin and take this thing home to Pope John.
Well, they said 289 days to next season back last year, and there they are celebrating with that 289 days passing. They're celebrating with that state championship, and they took it right to a defense that, again, was pretty stingy through the course of the year, and they had that balance on offense. As Kevin said, they had over 200 more yards than Clarkson was allowing, and also 29 more points than Clarkson allowed on the year. So a complete victory for the Pope John Crusaders this year.
And let's head downstairs to Larry Putney with the champs.
Thanks. I'm down here with the coach, PJ. First of all, why don't you tell us a little bit about just talk about the game and the way the kids responded to adversity, especially when they, came back in that third quarter.
Well, we talk about playing with heart, and there's no reason to expect that Clarkson wouldn't do the same thing, to play with heart from beginning to end. They've got heart in them, and that means that they put a lot into their season. They're here for a reason, and there's no reason to think that they're going to lay down for us. And so all you can do is put your heart on the table against theirs and believe that you worked as hard, or if not harder, and that you can finish. And that was really, when they came back, we give them a lot of credit. But the bottom line was we emptied the tank, and we had enough to finish.
Before the game, you said that you've been around a lot of football in high school and college, and you've been coaching at Pius and now 4 years here. You'd never been around a situation like this. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, I'm sure there's coaches that have been around the game a lot longer than I have, but through high school, playing there and playing in college, you're always around guys that are examples of hard work and dedication. But to see a group do this, to not just say they're going to do something, but to back it up with their hearts and with their bodies and minds for over a year like these guys did is something that I've never seen before. And I'd hope to see it again, but I know it's so special that it's probably a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Talk about Jake Schindler, what he meant not only this year to the team, but in this game.
Jake Schindler is a young man that plays with heart and determination, and he's the heart of this team, and I'd do anything for him, and I know any of these guys would, because he would do the same for us. And when he plays the game with his heart on his jersey, and he plays for more than just himself. And when you have guys that play the game like that, you do anything for them, and they would, just like he would for you. And that's why there isn't going to be another one like him.
PJ, thanks very much. Congratulations. Let's go to the star of the game. First of all, talk about your performance. I mean, what an outstanding game for you. Over 100 yards rushing, nearly 100 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Talk about your performance.
Team, every time, every single guy. Without every single guy doing their job, no big plays happen, and everybody did their job.
I know this is a difficult season for you and a difficult game. Can you put in perspective for us what it means to win this game? I know there was a lot of emotion after the game with your mom and coach. Talk about what this means to you, given everything you've been through with your dad dying and now winning a state championship.
Just honoring him. So this is all. That's what my life's about now. Not only this game or this season, but just everything I do. So it brings glory to him.
Well, congratulations on a terrific performance. You did a great job tonight. Guys, back to you.
Glory to his father. He has done that tonight in a great way. 111 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and he's all about team. And that's, I know, what would make his father proudest of all.
You know, Kevin and Matt, there are rare moments in sports that you cherish forever, and we just saw one of them. That was incredible. And that'll be etched in my mind forever, and I know it'll be etched in the minds of everybody who saw this game tonight and are seeing now live just what this means to an individual and to his family. And this is really one of those moments. I'm not going to say much more about it. It's just that I hope everybody had a chance to see it. Great time, a great moment in athletics.
The bond between a team and a player, and the bond between a player and a coach, and a championship won by that team tonight in Class D1. Pope John, your champions in Class D1 tonight as they defeat Clarkson in the Class D1 state championship. Be sure you're with us tomorrow, 10:30 Central Time, for the Class C2 championship as Blue Hill takes on Wakefield for the Class C2 state football championship. And now for Adrian Fiala, Matt Davison, Larry Putney, and the entire NET Sports Production crew, I'm Kevin Kugler. Goodbye from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska.